County Falcons in game number 3 of the 2025 high school football season. We are excited to get this one going for you here. The Scotties come in at 2-0 on the year, and the Scotties defeated Barron County. Todd, I've got a really bad echo right now. I'm not sure what changed, but if you can go back. There we go. Thank you, sir. The Scotties are 2-0 on the year. 22-8 was the Glasgow win over Barron County last Friday night. Scotties come in ranked number 10 in the first Class 3A poll of the season. In Class 2A, Monroe County comes in ranked number 9 in the first media poll of the year, which did come out earlier this week. Monroe County also 2-0, 24-14. Monroe County defeated Allen County Scottsville in their last outing last Friday night as well. Last time these two teams met, it was a good one over in Tompkinsville. The Scotties won in overtime by a final score of 15-14 back on September 6th of 2024. We'll come back in a moment on the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show, and we will sit down with Glasgow head coach Jackson Arnett to get his thoughts on the matchup tonight with these Monroe County Falcons. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to WCLU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM. Welcome back to the Don Franklin Countdown to Kickoff show here on WCLU Blue. I'm Joe Myers, now joined by Glasgow head coach Jackson Arnett as his team gets set to take on the Monroe County Falcons tonight. Scotty's going to this ball game at 2-0, and Jackson, I mean, obviously it goes without saying, you're facing Monroe County tonight, your alma mater. You've got a younger brother that's on the coaching staff over there. You played, I believe, under John Pettit, who's the head coach at Monroe County. You have a lot of connections, without saying, over there, but how emotionally is this going to be for you?
I think it'll be fun. I mean, you always, I've been competing against Lincoln since we were old enough to go outside. So, I mean, I think it'll be fun. It's you got to treat it just like any other game. I mean, it's not going to be any more emotional than last week, I don't think. But it's just one of those things where you got to put all that to the side and just go compete and, hope all the success in the world for those guys and Lincoln especially, but not this Friday.
I've heard in the past, a team will improve more from game 1 to game 2 maybe than any other game all year long. I don't know if you subscribe to that theory or not. It may be false in your mind, but did you see some significant improvement from game 1 to game 2 with your ball club?
Yeah, we ran the ball really effectively. Now, the penalties kept them in it a little bit, I felt like. I'm not discrediting what they did or anything, but, you watch the film, we really did a great job up front on both sides. And, I mean, how many big runs we got called back. And, I don't have many calls on the call sheet for 1st and 20, and some of them were legit, some of them wasn't, in my opinion, but that's neither here nor there. But you see on film a lot of improvement from the O-line, which is good, and then obviously guys just making plays on defense, and because that's a good football team, and that's a good, they do a good job at what they do, and we had a great game plan, I felt like, and they did a good job on defense, really and truly. I texted their defensive coordinator afterwards and said, "Man, you did a great job. That was it was tough all night, but we feel like we had a good." We finished strong, so you get down and there's always a chance that they can lay down and quit, but our guys didn't. They answered and ended up finishing the game out strong.
In talking about the penalties, Jackson had 19 versus Barron County, which is obviously very unusual. But you also had 11 in the opening game against Clay County, so 30 penalties in 2 games. How have you addressed that with your ball club?
Well, we got to clean it up. I mean, we just can't do it. Now, I think as the year goes on, penalties seem to drop usually because there was a lot for both teams. And, the one before half was a little ridiculous in my opinion, getting unsportsmanlike for celebrating a huge stop. That's 2 penalties right there for 30 yards. I mean, so, you address it, but in the back of your mind you got to know, which ones to address. We are going to address false starts, holds, not getting lined up right, some of the illegal procedure stuff, like that's got to be fixed. But I'm not going to tell our guys to stop playing with emotion. I'm just going to tell them to play smart, celebrate with our team, and they pay for it on Sunday. Every penalty we have, we've got a little something for them, and so they had 19 of it this week. So it was a tough Sunday, but that's just part of it.
Your team rushed for 218 yards against Berrien County. Jackson, your kids must have more than held their own on that offensive line.
Yeah, that was probably the best our offensive line has played as a whole so far, and not perfect by any means. We got to get a lot better, but they did a great job of staying on blocks. We still missed a few, but that's hopefully just week to week we get better and better. Coach Harlan and Coach Cassidy do a great job coaching those guys, and they really take pride in it, and so they do a good job there, and you got to run the football to be successful. So hopefully they'll just continue to improve.
Monroe County comes into this game, Coach, at 2-0. Got wins over Warren Central and Allen County, Scottsville. What have you seen on film from them that has allowed them to have this early success?
A lot of good skill. They're pretty good at every skill position. They're good up front on the offensive line. They have most of the time I say if you have two quarterbacks, you don't have one, but they have two really good quarterbacks. So that makes them hard to defend. Both of them kind of do different things, but they're really good. They have a really good offensive line. Their running back is really good. All their receivers are good. And then, like I said, you got two good quarterbacks, that play both ways and make plays in the secondary too. So they're really skilled, and probably the most skill they've had in a long time. I mean, they're pretty good, so we're going to have to play.
I wanted to ask you about those two quarterbacks. They're both seniors, Branson Williams and Bryson Knuckles. You say they both do kind of different things. What attributes does each one of those bring to the game?
Branson is a more physical runner, I think. It seems like when he comes in, there's more option, more stuff like that. He can throw the ball too. He threw a touchdown pass to Bryson maybe in both games. I know for sure in the Warren Central game. I'm drawing a blank on the Allen County game, but and then Knuckles is a good passer. He runs their offense well. He gets the ball out on time, and he can run too. He's a different style runner than Williams is, but he's elusive. He gets out in space and run. He can make plays with his legs.
And your run defense has obviously been very good so far this year, Jackson, but it's going to get another test tonight. Running back Braden Baxter averaging 113 yards per game. Just watched him a little bit on film. Lots of quickness, pretty shifty runner. What challenges does he present to you guys?
Well, he doesn't go down after first contact. He gets a lot of yards after contact, and he trusts his offensive line. Their timing is good up front, and he's just a tough, hard runner. He's not gonna, he's good enough to run through you if he needs to, and he's made people miss. So he does a great job. He's caught he caught a touchdown last week and against Warren Central. So he's tough to defend. He's really fast and really strong. So we'll have to do a great job of keeping him contained.
Monroe's defense has been pretty stingy so far too, Jackson, allowing just 80 rushing yards total, 76 passing yards total through the first two ball games. Are they more of a kind of read and react type defense, or do they like to be aggressive and kind of force the issue?
They are aggressive. They're going to try to bend, don't break. They don't want to get beat over the top much. They're going to they keep a lot of guys in the box and kind of force you to get the ball out wide, and so our game plan is always going to be the same. We're just going to kind of see what they're in and make the right call, hopefully, and get it to our guys in space and let them do their thing.
Feel like you guys match up pretty well on both the offensive and defensive lines with the Falcons?
I think so. They're they're really good. I think we got good players, so I'm anxious to see them play.
What about injuries? Anybody going to be out with injuries tonight that you know of right now?
We're all good. We got Javion back, so we should be all better and hopefully stay healthy from here on out.
Good luck tonight against the Falcons, Jackson.
Thank you. Go Dogs.
That's Scotty head coach Jackson Arnett, and when we come back on the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show, we'll be joined by Larry Alexander and Bruce Tribute. We'll also give you the starting lineups for both of these ball clubs. It's Glasgow against Monroe County. You're listening to Glasgow football. It's the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show on WCLU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them.
Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at donfranklinauto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Hardee's Original Bag is back, now with even more full-size sandwiches to choose from. The new Spicy Chicken Sandwich, Hot Ham and Cheese, Hand-Breaded Chicken Tender Wrap, or Charbroiled Double Cheeseburger. Mix and match any two, with fries and a drink, just $6.99.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
Right now, when you download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards, say good morning to 20% off any breakfast order of $10 or more. Wake up to the fluffy omelet biscuit or a home-style loaded burrito and save. That's goodness in Hardee's country.
At Kuzma Family Dentistry, we specialize in changing smiles and changing lives. If you'd like to experience this wow factor transformation that not only can change your smile, but change your life, give Kuzma Family Dentistry a call at 270-651-2638, located at 501 West Main Street in Glasgow.
And it all comes down to this moment. There's only one roll left. Let's see what happens. And Michael wins the face-off. He used the old misdirection trick. Well, now that he's eating the roll, let's wait for his reaction. It's good! Do you want a free lunch for two at Colton's? Listen to WHHT between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. during the week for a chance to win.
We know there's a big difference between being in a community and being part of the community. That's why here in Glasgow, we cheer on the Scotties. We work hard every day to make a positive impact on the community we call home. Behind our golden arches, we strive daily to serve delicious food and treats. If you could only smell this McDonald's ad, you'd smell how delicious this burger and fries really are. Join our McTeam. To learn how, text KY209 to 38000. Benefits include a sign-on bonus up to $500.
I just did it, but I waited way too long. Trust me, it's about time you left cable TV behind and started saving with MyStream TV from SCRTC. Already have TV with SCRTC and you still have cable boxes and wires everywhere? Talk to SCRTC about MyStream TV and compare it to your current service. The best thing about MyStream TV, you'll save money and get up to 1 gig symmetrical internet. Visit scrtc.com and click on the MyStream TV logo at the top to start saving on cable today.
If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa Cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver, and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
Get in. We're making country great again. Come on.
Whiskey River, take my mind.
Willie 94.1.
You got to have an ace in the hole.
Willie 94.1.
I'm a hard working man.
The Big Willie.
Whoa, little rock.
It's great country. Willie 94.1.
We're making country great again, and we've got the real trader for you every weekday morning starting at 8. Join me, Mac Daniels, for it right here on Willie 94.1.
Welcome back here at Hank Roy Stadium. Joe Myers, Larry Alexander, Bruce Tribune along with you. It's the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show. Time now to introduce you to the starting lineups for these ball clubs. They are brought to you by Kuzma Family Dentistry. First for the Monroe County Falcons. On offense at left tackle, it's Cayman Page. He's a 5'10", 240 senior. The left guard is Bryson Fox, a 5'11", 290 senior. At center, Cole Bowman, a 5'10", 184 senior. The right guard, Nolan Crow, a 6', 295 senior. At right tackle, Nolan Langford, a 6'7", 245 junior. Tight end is Caden Gerald, a 6', 195 senior. At wide receiver, Chandler Kane, a 6', 150 senior, and Briar Bork, a 5'11", 180 junior. Running backs are Reese Bartley, a 5'10", 160 junior, and Braden Baxter, a 5'8", 175 senior. And the quarterback is Bryson Knuckles, a 6'3", 185 senior. Monroe County will play 2 quarterbacks, though. You'll also see Branson Williams at quarterback. Falcons defensively look like this. The tackles are Adrian Young, a 5'8", 200-pound senior, and Colin McKitty, a 6', 250 junior. Defensive ends are Caleb Stinson, Caleb, a 5'11", 190 junior, and Titan Rich, a 6'2", 190 junior. Linebackers are Caden Geralds, Braden Baxter, Briar Bork, and Easton Massey. Massey's a 5'7", 195 junior. The cornerbacks are Reese Bartley and Jarrett Denton. Denton's a 5'9", 155 senior. And the free safety, Branson Williams, a 6'5", 200-pound senior. Head coach for Monroe County, John Pettit, in his 18th season overall with a record of 108-93. Assistant coaches are Austin Belcher, Corey Nixon, Lincoln Arnett, Luke Nixon, Jonathan Sheffield, Sandy Taylor, and Georgie Brooks. And now the Glasgow starting lineup brought to you by Kuzma Family Dentistry. On offense, the left tackle is Xander Contreras, a 6'2", 215 senior. Left guard is Kievan Massey, a 6'1", 240 senior. At center, Trent DeTalent, a 5'11", 260 sophomore. The right guard is Javion Twyman, a 5'10", 225 senior. Right tackle, Jordan Huffman, a 6', 265 junior. The wideouts are Keyshawn Austin, a 6', 140 sophomore. Jalen Bradley, a 5'10", 145 junior. Jarek Martin, a 6'5", 185 senior. And Jeremiah Moore, a 5'9", 165 senior. The running back is Cam Bull, a 6', 165 senior. And the quarterback, Hudson Gum, a 6'1", 175 senior. Defensively for the Scotties, the nose guard is Manny Soto, a 6'2", 305 sophomore. The tackle is Jordan Huffman. Defensive ends are Kievan Massey and Xander Contreras. Linebackers are Cam Bull and Trey Smith, a 5'10", 170 senior. Stephen Garrett, a 5'8", 165 senior. And Grayson Bartley, a 6'2", 165 senior. The cornerbacks are Jalen Bradley and Jarek Martin. And the free safety is Landon Martin. He's a 5'8", 160 senior. Head coach for Glasgow is Jackson Arnett. He's in his first season with the Scotties with a record of 2-0. Glasgow assistant coaches are Cameron Garman, Kevin Estes, Randall Parmley, Stephen Buford, Tyler Hughes, Jack Herron, Josh Harlan, Connor Cassidy, and Gavin Bird. Those are your starting lineups brought to you by Kuzma Family Dentistry. We'll now bring Larry Alexander and Bruce Tribune in here. Glasgow and Monroe County. It is the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show. And, Larry, this is going to be an emotional night for Coach Jackson Arnett. No doubt about that. Jackson is coaching against his alma mater where he played at Monroe County. His younger brother, Lincoln, is an assistant coach for the Monroe County team, and he's coaching against John Pettit, who was his head coach when he played at Monroe County. So tons of connections, tons of storylines to this one for Coach Arnett.
It will be emotional for him. He's trying to downplay it a little bit in the pregame talk there, but he really, really, really wants to win this football game. He doesn't want to have to go back to the Monroe County and hear it over the course of the next summer. So it will be emotional for him, and this might be one of the hardest games we'll play all year. This team is pretty good.
It is. Yeah, they are.
We just barely got them last year in overtime, and it was a battle.
Yep, the team, Monroe County caught fire towards the end of the year. I think they won up until their playoff loss. I think they won like their last 5 or 6 ball games. So they did get hot at the end of the year, and they have continued to play well starting this year. As Larry was just talking about, Bruce, Scotty's had to go to overtime to win at Monroe County last year. This Monroe County team is looking good early here. If you listen to that starting lineup, they're an older team. They're mostly all seniors and juniors. That's about all that plays for them. I would expect a dogfight tonight with the Scotties.
Well, I agree with what y'all said. When I looked at the schedule, when you look at who was coming back, this very well could be the toughest game we have all year. I mean, after last week's, that game, it's hard to tell about LaRue, but it will, and it's going to be an emotional game, and we'll have to play well. And there's one thing for sure, we're going to have to cut the penalties down.
Yeah, Glasgow had 19 penalties in that game, which very likely kept the Scotties from scoring more points, Larry, quite honestly. Scotties dominated the game statistically versus Barron County, but they have got to clean up the penalties. As Bruce said, they've got 30 penalties now through 2 games, and whether you think they're all legitimate or not, the players have to adjust to how the game is being called.
Oh, no, most definitely they do. You can't go out there and just, push people in the back all the time. I don't know whether all of those were legitimate or not. I didn't think the 2 pass interference penalties were very good calls, and especially the one that you alluded to in the end zone at halftime. I didn't think that was a very good call either, but 15 penalties a game is way, way, way too many. You're going to have to cut that down, and we could probably scored 4 touchdowns last week if we don't have all those penalties.
Bruce Senior Campbell had one of his better ball games in his high school career, 104 yards rushing and 1 touchdown, and then kind of forget what he did on defense, I think, but he had 9 tackles in that game to lead the team, or at least to tie for the team lead in that category, and hope to see more of that on both sides of the ball for Cam as the season continues.
Yeah, and hanging on to the football. Last year that was his main nemesis. Nearly every game he would have a turnover. When we limited to the 1 turnover last week, and Cam's a year older, and he ran the ball hard last week, and that's what we'll have to have. Larry, on that one that we thought here, you was talking about the pass interference in the end zone against Jarek Martin. I was talking to somebody during the week, and that interference wasn't on Jarek. He was hailed. The ball was in the air, and he was hailed by another back. And that's what I was told the interference was on. So, and we did see that. It didn't look like it was, but that's what I was told happened. So it maybe it was legit. So.
Speaking of Jarek Martin, Larry, Jarek only has 2 catches for 2 yards in his first 2 ball games. A kid as explosive as he is, I'm sure the coaches want to try to get him the ball more often.
Oh, definitely. You got to get it in his hands. If he can throw it up in the air, and he can go up and get it. Just unfortunate that he hadn't come down with some of them. He looked really good during the Logan County game and the scrimmage game. He caught a couple passes like that in the end zone. So he's capable, and he'll come around. He'll get some.
We'll come back in a moment as we continue here on the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff Show. We'll take another time out, and we will come back and continue with that. You're listening to Glasgow Football here on WCLU Blue, 103.1 FM and 1490 AM. Quarterback here in Wildcat formation. He takes the snap and he goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Scotties! Backs are split. Going to give it off to the second man through, and boy, the Scotties meet him right at the line of scrimmage and driving backwards. I think that's Jordan Harris who got the carry, but let me make sure it is. Harrison shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side. He's rolling to the near side. Under pressure, gets away from it. Now under more pressure, and he is going to be taken down. Gum has the snap. Pitches it out to Bradley on a quick pitch, trying to get to the corner. He does. He has got the 15, the 10, still on his feet. Inside the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Scotties!
Yes!
And the Scotties take the knee, and that will do it. So Barron County still has not defeated Glasgow 2 consecutive years. They were going for that tonight. Joe Myers, Larry Alexander, and Bruce Dubuque back here with you at Glasgow High School's Hank Roy Stadium. The captains are headed out to midfield right now. Chase Landrum is out there on the field for us, and he's going to get the coin toss on the air for us here. Our referee is Hilton Isabel. That is the voice that you will be hearing. Once we get going here with the coin tosses, the captains shake hands all around here. It's Glasgow and Monroe County. We're on the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show here. And looks like they are just about ready to go down there. So let's turn on the microphone with Chase.
Coaches of your teams, take care of your teammates so we don't have to do it for you, us guys in stripes. We understand it's early in the season. If you listen to us, we will talk you out of a lot of stuff. If you don't listen to us, we will tax you with a flag. Everybody got that? Everybody good with that? All right. Your coaches have already said everyone's legally and properly equipped, so we'll get down to business, guys. This helmet that you see here is the heads. That is the coin that makes up conference. That buttock that you see there is tails, okay? Here's how it's going to work, guys. I'm going to flip it and hit the ground. Who's calling it for me? What's your call? Tails. Guys, take a little step back. He called tails. Guys, we got the heads.
No, we want the ball received. Sorry.
Oh, you want it. All right, which way you going to kick? KFC. You guys going to stand right there? Glasgow, you going to stand right beside me?
Scotty's going to take the opening kickoff here.
All right, Chase, thank you very much. Glasgow won the toss and elected to receive. You heard Jackson Arnett in the postgame interview last week say, if I win the toss, I'm taking the ball. Now, he may or may not do that all the time, but he acted like he would, Larry. So.
Yeah, a lot of coaches have that philosophy, and then a lot want to defer to the second half. They want to get that ball in the second half. It's just what you think you can do, and if you get the ball first, you really need to score first.
Well, the Scotties coming out here now, and they are in all Columbia blue tonight, jerseys and pants, and white numerals and letters says Scotties in small writing across the front of the jerseys. The royal blue helmet with a white Scotty paw on each side. Monroe County in white jerseys tonight with navy blue pants, navy blue numerals, and a white helmet. And you know what? I need to get my binoculars here. Let me grab them real quick. I knew I was missing something. Something didn't feel right.
You gotta have binoculars, especially when you're as old as I am.
Hey, what are you saying about me? I got to have them too.
Oh, you're young compared to me.
Well, I guess age doesn't have anything to do with it in that case. But, Larry, what about keys for a Glasgow victory here tonight?
Well, of course, number one thing is the penalties. You got to cut down on those penalties and the turnovers. You don't want to have those. And if you can cut down, 5 or 6 penalties is not bad, but you just don't want to go too much over that. I think defensively we got to stop their quarterbacks. You got to keep both of them in control. You can't let them get out and run against you. They got to make them throw the football. They're not bad passers though. And offensively, of course, we got to get the ball to our playmakers and make some big plays.
And the series record?
90th meeting between these two schools. That includes Old Tompkinsville High School. It's 61-27-1 in favor of the Scotties. The first game came back in 1938, which the Scotties won 2-0 at Glasgow. And the last one, of course, last year, 2-24, a barn burner over at Tompkinsville, 15-14 in overtime.
And the Colton Steakhouse and Grill game day weather report. Well, weather was the story of the day. Right now, 78 degrees and cloudy here at Hank Roy Stadium. We're hoping to get through this thing without any rain or storms especially. But we'll see how it goes. That's the Colton's Steakhouse and Grill game day weather report. Scotty's receiving. Here's Jarek Martin at the 10-yard line, 15-20. 25, and he'll cross the 30 to about the 31, and that'll be about it.
Looks like number 3, Reese Bartley on the tackle for Monroe County is a junior, 5'10", 160.
20 yards on the return that time by Jarek Martin. Right now, when you look at the radar, everything is moving just south of us here. So right now, we're getting lucky. Hopefully it stays that way the rest of the evening. But they did move the game time up 30 minutes in thinking about this weather forecast, so that's why we're starting at 6:30 instead of 7. Hudson Gum in shotgun. He's got Jarek Mark in the backfield with him. Going to throw a swing pass to Jarek out of the backfield, and he gets hit immediately, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that will be all. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, they had that one smelled out pretty nicely. That's number 4, Braden Baxter, on the tackle. He is a 5'8", 140 junior.
Gum with the back on either side of him now. Cabron Jones on his left, Cam Bull on his right, and Monroe County jumps off sides. That'll be a free 5 yards on the hard count there by Hudson Gum.
Yeah, nice. He clapped his hands, and they jumped as soon as he clapped.
This first quarter, by the way, brought to you by Campbell, Myers, and Rutledge CPAs. We're just about a minute into it here. No score on the board so far, just the first drive of the night. 2nd down 5 for the Scotties at their own 36. Gum and shotgun with the back on either side. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Gum to throw to the right side, looking for Keyshawn Austin. He had it for a moment, but then took a big shot, and they popped the ball out of there. Jared Denton is the one who knocked it away.
Yeah, he's 155 pounds, but he hit him really well. And the thing about it was timed perfectly as the ball came out.
This is a matchup of 2 top 10 teams in their respective classes. The Scotties number 10, Monroe County number 9 in the media poll that came out for the first time this week. Hudson Gum in shotgun's pistol formation, Cam Bull behind him. He got a set of 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Here's the snap. Gum looking to the left. Looking, pass picked off at the 50-yard line. And it's going to be taken down at the 48-yard line in Glasgow territory. That was Reese Bartley on the interception, and Hudson just threw that ball into way too much traffic.
Yeah, he threw it into traffic also, and it was underthrown quite a bit, too. If it's up a little bit higher, Jarek has a chance to catch that ball.
So the first turnover of the game goes against the Scotties. Monroe County gets great field position out of it at the Glasgow 48. 1st down and 10, 10:27 to go in the opening quarter. Bryson Knuckles in there at quarterback. Baxter, the running back, to his left. You got a wing back on the right side, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 4 down lineman for the Scotties. Knuckles going to give this off to Baxter. He'll go up the middle with it for a yard or maybe 2. A set of 3 receivers.
Looks like number 52 on that first tackle for Glasgow, and that will be Jordan Huffman. That's his first tackle of the night. 6 foot 265 junior.
Gain of only a yard, 2nd down and 9. Referee for this game, as we told you, Hilton Isabel. The umpire, Bernie Fugate. Head linesman, Tommy Burris. Line judge, Mojo Poor. Back judge, Avery Collier. Field judge, Jason Hutchinson. And the side judge, DeAndre Wilson Fugate. Knuckles in shotgun here with 2 receivers each way. Baxter to his left. Going to hand it off to Baxter up the middle with it, and he'll cross the 45 to the 44, maybe the 43. It will be right between the 44 and 43-yard lines. We'll call it the 43.
Grayson Bartley on that tackle. That's his first, 6'2", 165 senior.
Pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd down. And we'll pick up a 4, I guess. It'll be 3rd down and 5 coming up.
Yeah, probably 4 down territory, more than likely right here.
Knuckles in shotgun, Baxter to his right. Twin receivers each way. Knuckles surveying the defense. Tries to get the Scotties to jump. They do not.
Oh, they
and
jump.
Now a false start here on Monroe County, I believe.
Yeah, their tight end took off.
A delay of game, actually, before the false start. So that'll back them up 5 yards. Either way, it was going to be a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
All right, I think now you hold them. They may punt the football.
Almost closer to 11, really. 8:59 to go in the first quarter. We are scoreless. Scotty's first possession ended in an interception. Monroe County with their first possession right now has it 3rd down and a long 10 here at the Glasgow 48. Trips to the near side, a single wide out to the right. Empty backfield for Knuckles, who's in shotgun. Wing back on the left side of the formation. Knuckles rolling out to the left. Now looks to throw over the middle. The pass going to be caught by Baxter right at the first down marker, and I think he managed to fall forward just to get it.
I think he did. Jarek Martin on that tackle.
Knuckles rolled out a few steps to his left as if he was going to be a quarterback keeper. Then he pulled up and found a wide open Braden Baxter over the middle.
Yeah, flew back to the other side of the field almost.
1st and 10 for Monroe County. They're at the Glasgow 38. A back on either side of Knuckles this time. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Knuckles will give this off to Reese. He bounces to the outside. He's got some room. Back to the inside. He's got the 20, the 15, the 10, and he is down around the 6-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, Jarek Martin had to come over and make a touchdown-saving tackle, but it's inside the 5.
The
no,
backfield
it's
for
just
Knuckles.
outside the 5.
1st and goal to go from the 6.
There's a big run. He just bounced inside and then bounced it out to the left side there, and then nobody there.
Pickup of 32 yards. Knuckles with Reese and Baxter in the backfield with him again. Going to give to Baxter this time. He goes off right guard. He's inside the 5, down around the 4 this time. Knuckles, 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Maybe. Knuckles will give this off to Reese. He bounces to the outside. He's got some room. Back to the inside. He's got the 20. Pickup of 2 there. It'll be 2nd down and goal. 7:38 left in this opening quarter. Scoreless here at Hank Roy Stadium. So far, we're staying dry.
So far. Looked like it all went south of us, for this one anyway.
So far, we've been fortunate. Knuckles again with Reese and Baxter in the backfield with him. 2 receivers to the left, 1 man wide to the right. Here's the snap. Gives this off to Reese this time. He goes off right tackle, and he is down to around the 1-yard line.
Looks like number 3, Trey Smith with his first tackle, 5'10", 170 senior.
Ball spotted right between the 1 and 2. About 1.5 yards to go to get in the end zone here. 3rd and goal from that spot. Knuckles will set up under center this time with a straight I formation behind him. Reese the fullback, Baxter the tailback. Has a snap. Gives to Baxter, excuse me. He's hit in the backfield. Cam Bull, I think the first man to get there, and he's dropped for a loss.
You're right. Cam was out there and got him right around the knees and just pulled him back. Well, it looked like he lost more than that.
Boy, they really got a very generous spot right there. Say it's just a loss of about a 1/2 yard. They put the ball down around the 2-yard line.
All right, big 4th down here.
Monroe County going to go for it. And with Wildcat formation here, Baxter set to take the snap. He's got 3 big blockers set up to the right of him, so they were going to do a big power to the right side, power sweep right, it looked like that time, and Jackson Arnett calls a timeout.
Yeah, they had one of the big guys that's sitting in there at the fullback place.
We're going to take this timeout as well. 5:55 to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Glasgow Football on WCLU Blue, 103.1 FM and 1490 AM. We're back after this 30-second timeout.
I thought they were going to.
And it all comes down to this moment. There's only 1 roll left. Let's see what happens. And Michael wins the face-off. He used the old misdirection trick. Well, now that he's eating the roll, let's wait for his reaction. It's good! Do you want a free lunch for 2 at Colton's? Listen to WHHT between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. during the week for a chance to win.
Back here at Glasgow High School, 4th down and goal from about the 2.5-yard line here for Monroe County. Same formation, and now a flag is down.
I think we're lined up in a neutral zone.
And what do we have?
Penalty marker on the play. It's a dead ball foul.
Oh.
False start called against Monroe County, so that'll back them up 5 yards.
Big penalty there.
And with that, Coach John Pettit says, let's kick 3. Let's kick for 3.
Who's their kicker?
Their kicker is Braden Day Quick. He's 1 for 1 on field goal tries so far this year. This will be a 25-yard field goal attempt. Quick 8 of 8 on his PATs, 1 of 1 on field goal tries. Caden Gerald's the holder. Good snap. Kick is up, and it looks good from here, and it is.
It is.
5:50 to go in the opening quarter, and Monroe County strikes first. After the Glasgow turnover, they're able to march it down the field for 3 points off of a field goal by Braden Day Quick, 6'3", 155-pound junior. He's now made both of his field goal tries on the season. We saw a little lightning way off in the distance there, down south of us. But the officials letting play continue right now.
Yeah, maybe. I think they all had their back to it. I hope they did anyway.
That drive for Monroe County was 8 plays. It took 4 minutes and 37 seconds. And it ended with that 25-yard field goal by Braden Day Quick. Monroe County leads it 3-zip, 5:50 to go here in the opening quarter. So Day Quick to kick it away. Cabron Jones, Jarek Martin, Keyshawn Austin back deep for the Scotties. The kick is high, end over end, fielded by Jones at the 14. Comes to the 20, the 25, the 30, and he'll get it out to about the 34-yard line.
Number 15 on that tackle for, it's Caleb Stinson. Here's a 5'11", 190 junior.
First down 10, Scotties.
First and 10, Glasgow at their own 34. Hudson Gum in shotgun. He's got Bull to his left, and now a flag is down, and illegal participation called on the Scotties. And Glasgow had some personal issues last week, too, so you really don't like to see that. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty to start the drive. It's the first penalty of the night against Glasgow. First and 15 for the Scotties, their own 29. Fake to Bull, throw out here to Jarek Martin. He'll catch it on a wide receiver screen. He's going to get it back to the original line of scrimmage at the 34-yard line.
Well, for me on turn, I can see his number. It's number 3. That's who it is. Reese Bartley. Tackle number 2 for him.
Second down 10 for the Scotties as they come to the line very quickly here. Gum in shotgun. It's a quarterback keeper around the right end, and Hudson going to get hit after a very short gain, maybe a yard.
We didn't knock that dude down. He was there for the taking, and nobody hit him. Number 76 is the man that made the tackle. It's Colin McKitty.
Gain of a yard, 3rd down and 9 here for Glasgow.
Well, so far offensively, we haven't gotten anything done.
Really struggling. 4:43 to go in the first quarter. Bruce says we have a grand total of 6 yards on offense. Gum in shotgun. Here comes Martin in motion to the near side. Going to hand it off to Martin, and Jarek wants to throw, and he's just going to have to run with it. He'll run out of real estate here. Scotties will have to punt.
Yeah, they had that one covered. It was going to be a pass down to Jones, but he couldn't get it off.
So a gain of just a yard brings up 4th and 8 for the Scotties, and Glasgow, after turning it over on their opening possession, goes 3 and out on their second possession. Reese and Baxter back deep to receive the punt from Cam Bull. Good snap from Hudson Gum. End over end punt, fielded by Reese at the 34. Gets away from a tackler at the 35. He's got the 40, 45, and he'll go down around the 47-yard line, it looks like. So another great field position here once again, I should say, for Monroe County.
Yeah, Trey Smith on that tackle, number 2 for him.
I've been calling him Reese. That's actually his first name. I apologize. His last name is Bartley. It's Reese Bartley. Sorry about that. First down and 10 for the Falcons at their own 47. They already lead this thing 3-0. Bryson Knuckles in shotgun with a back on each side. He's got 2 receivers right, 1 left. Here's the snap. Gives this thing off to Baxter, and he'll go nowhere. Got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Yeah, Grayson Bartley again. That's his 3rd tackle already.
It'll be 2nd down and 10. 4 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Monroe County 3, Glasgow nothing. Again, Bartley and Baxter in the backfield. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Knuckles has the snap. Straight drop, looking left, now looking right, now he'll run with it. He's got room, he's got the 50, he's got the 45, and he'll go down very close to the first down marker. I think they may mark him a yard short.
Jarek Martin is the man that made the tackle. That's his 3rd tackle. He's going to be about a yard, maybe a yard and a half a yard.
Yeah, it's 3rd down and probably
full yard.
Yeah, 3rd down and right at a yard here. Got to get to the 43. They're at the 44. In Glasgow territory, 9-yard pickup there.
Let's say if they don't make it, they'll go for it.
Bartley and Baxter in the I formation with Knuckles under center this time. Give it off to Bartley. He goes up the middle, and he's got his first down. Got down to the 41, a pickup of 3.
Stephen Garrett on that tackle, 5'8", 165 senior for the Scotties, his first.
Stephen Garrett on the hit. First down 10. Monroe County.
1st and 10 for the Falcons. 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Monroe County 3, Glasgow nothing. 2 receivers to the left side this time, 1 man wide to the right. Bartley and Baxter are the backs in the backfield with Knuckles, who's in shotgun. Knuckles will keep it, run the option to the left side, and he's going nowhere. Got back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be no gain, 2nd down and 10.
Stephen Garrett again on the tackle, his 2nd. They spelled that one out really quickly. He rides it right up into the running back. He gets almost to the line of scrimmage, and he pulled it out.
Of course, Coach Arnett's younger brother Lincoln is the offensive coordinator for Monroe County. In case you missed us talking about that earlier in the pregame. Twin wideouts each way. Baxter, the lone setback here. Here goes Briar Bork in motion to the far side of the field. And here's a throw down the field. It's going to be caught. First down for Monroe County once again as Knuckles connects with Reese Bartley, I believe.
Yeah, Landon Martin on the tackle. That's his first, 5'8", 160 senior. That's he just rolls out. We're not getting any pressure on the quarterback right now. You got to make him hurry. He's just standing back there looking, and he's looking for people right over the middle. And both times that he's completed them, they were wide open.
First down and 10 Falcons as they keep the drive alive. They're down to the Glasgow 29. Getting Knuckles with the back on each side of him. Give it to Baxter. Goes up the middle. Has a hole. He is inside the 25 to the 24. Baxter.
Grayson Bartley makes the hit for the Scotties.
Grayson Bartley, Landon Martin, both in there on that tackle. Both of them hit him about the same time.
Well, they still haven't spotted the football. Well, actually give him, they say they got the 23 now, so it's a gain of 6. Took forever to spot the football there. 2nd down and 4.
2nd down 4.
A back on either side, once again, of Knuckles, who's in shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 4. Here's the give to Bartley. He goes off right guard, and he'll fall forward to the 21. Be a couple of yards shy.
Yeah, it looks like 52 again on the tackle. That's Jordan Huffman. That's his 2nd tackle.
And that will very likely be the final play of the quarter, unless Monroe County just wants to run another one. They do not. So after 1 quarter of play, it's Monroe County 3, Glasgow nothing, and the Falcons threatening again here. They'll have 3rd down and about a yard when we come back to start the 2nd quarter. This 1st quarter has been brought to you by Campbell, Myers, and Rutledge CPAs. You're listening to Glasgow Football on WCOW Blue, 103.1 FM and 1490 AM. We're back after this 1-minute timeout. Back here at Glasgow High School's Hank Roy Stadium, where it is 3-0 in favor of Monroe County as we get this 2nd quarter underway. This quarter brought to you by CRS Construction. 3rd down in the yard for Monroe County. They are at the Glasgow 21. Here's the snap. And Knuckles wants to throw, looking into the end zone. Man is wide open. It's Briar Bork, and he lets it go off his fingertips out of bounds. Scotty's totally blew that coverage right there. You had Jarek Martin and Cam Bull that were both in the area, and somebody left him wide open.
We were very fortunate on that one. That ball just barely out of his reach. He dove for it and got it off his fingertips.
4th down and a yard here. Monroe County will keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, that's why you do that. You know you're going for it on 4th if it doesn't work.
I formation, Bartley the fullback, Baxter the tailback. Nichols under center. Gives to Bartley. The quick hitter is going to get the 1st down right up the gut to the 17-yard line, a gain of 3 yards there.
Yeah, that wasn't any problem for him. Quick hitter just right up the middle. Manny Soto is the man that made the tackle, 6'2", 305 sophomore.
Ball at the 18-yard line, not the 17, I'm sorry. So it's a gain of just 2, but still enough for the 1st down. So 1st and 10 for the Falcons from that point. 11:30 to go in this 1st half of play. Monroe leads 3-0. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left, and we get a whistle and a timeout taken by Glasgow. So, by Monroe County. So each team is now taking 1 timeout. We're going to stay right here during this timeout, though. We'll take a look at our stats through the 1st quarter. Monroe County leads 3-0. Scotty's yet to get a 1st down. Monroe County has 3 of them. Glasgow gets 2 yards rushing, 5 passing, a total of 7. Monroe County 60 rushing, 15 passing, a total of 75. Scotty's have the only turnover in the game. That was an interception, which led to Monroe County's only time with a straight I formation. Glasgow's been penalized 1 time for 5 yards. Monroe County 3 for 15. Scotty's have had the ball for 7 plays, 3 minutes and 3 seconds, or 3 minutes and 5 seconds. And Monroe County's had it for 15 plays, 8 minutes and 55 seconds.
Yeah, the time of possession has been bad for us all year long in all 3 games so far. The opposing team has kept the football a lot longer than we have.
That is the case again so far today. First down and 10 for the Falcons as we get back to action here. They'll have the football at the Glasgow 18-yard line, trying to build on a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, Monroe hadn't done anything really fancy. They tried that one play right there, but they just methodically moving it down the field.
Bartley and Baxter are the running backs. Knuckles in shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 left. And an option play to the left side. Going to pitch it to Baxter. He's got the 15, and he will be down around the 12, it looks like, on the far side of the field over there.
Trey Smith with his 3rd tackle in that play. Perfectly timed, too. There. We had the quarterback stop, but he pitched it just at the right time.
6 yards.
It's a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 from the 12.
Yeah, so far they've done really well on 1st and 2nd downs.
2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Again, the backs on either side of Knuckles. Here's the snap. Give to Bartley. Breaks the tackle in the backfield, but then as he tried to cut, went down, and Grayson Bartley there to bring him down.
Yeah, that's Grayson's 5th tackle already in this first half.
A loss of 2 yards back to the 14-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, it's just straight handoff off left tackle, and when he got to the outside, he tried to make a cut, and his feet just slipped out from under him.
10:09 to go until halftime. 3-0. Monroe County leads it. 3rd down and 6 for the Falcons. Yep. They're at the Glasgow 14-yard line. Knuckles again with a back on each side. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself around the left end, and he's going to go down around the 12, maybe the 11 on either side of Knuckles.
That's Grayson Bartley again, tackle number 6.
Put it down just inside the 12.
Best case scenario, hold them to a 3 or stop them here. What we're going to do.
Gain of 2. It'll be 4th and a short 4 here for the Falcons.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for it.
Why is the clock stopped? And we've got a clock issue here. We're trying to, the officials cannot get it wound, so maybe, hopefully they're keeping time on the field down there.
Tell Chase, tell him it's not working.
No, it's not the play clock, Jerry. It's the game clock. Yeah. Yeah. All right, now we're ready to go, it looks like. See if they take any additional time off the clock. They will not. So 4th down and 4 here for the Falcons. Ball at the 11-yard line, just outside the 11. And Knuckles fakes the handoff and keeps it himself, and he gets tackled in the backfield for a loss, and the Scotty defense will hold.
That was Contreras, I believe, number 50, Xander Contreras, his first tackle. 6'2", 215 junior.
Glasgow defense needed to make a big play there, and they did it. It's a loss of 3 yards to the 15-yard line, so the Scotties will take over right there. 1st down and 10 at their own 15. Offense still looking for its first down of the game with 9:08 to go in the 2nd quarter. Gum shotgun, Bull to his left. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Jalen Bradley is in the ball game now. They're going to pitch this thing off to Cam Bull. Cam makes a cut.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the 20, the 30, and he's out to the 36-yard line with a Glasgow 1st down.
Well, first time we really run the football. He got to the edge. Braden Baxter on the tackle, number 2 for him. Jalen Bradley didn't play the first couple series.
And the clock is malfunctioning once again. Gum in shotgun, going to throw. The pass going to be caught by Austin at the 41. Slips a couple of tackles. He's got the 45, and he'll go out of bounds right at midfield. And then a flag should be thrown. It's not going to be, they say.
You got to be kidding.
My goodness. You got to let the player go once he's out of bounds by 3 or 4 yards. And the Monroe County tackler did not. He threw him to the ground.
Yeah, Caden Gerald is the man that did it. He pushed him out of bounds and then just held on to him and slung him to the ground. And 2 referees right there looking at him.
1st down and 10 for the Scotties. Ball at the 50.
They get the chain set on the far side.
8:42 to go in this first half of play. Monroe County 3, Glasgow nothing. Hudson Gum rolling out to the right. Hudson's got room to run. He's got the 45, and then going to go down just about a yard shy of the marker. He's down at the 41.
Braden Baxter with his third tackle on that play, but you could tell as soon as he started rolling that he had plenty of room to go.
9-yard pickup there for Gum. The Scotty offense finally showing some signs of life here on their third possession. 2nd down and 1 at the Monroe County 41. And a false start on the Scotties possibly coming here. Monroe County jumped off, but they're saying Glasgow jumped first.
I think so.
They did. It'll be 2nd down and 6. 8:42. Scotty's looking over at the sideline here for the play call. Trips to the far, or to the near side, excuse me, a single wide out to the right. Bull is the lone step back. They give it off to him. Cam slips the tackle with the line of scrimmage. He's got the first down across the 40, and he'll be run out of bounds around the 37-yard line.
I think it's number 3 again on the tackle. That will be Reese Bartley. Third tackle for him.
Monroe County 3, Glasgow nothing. 7:36 to go in this CRS Construction second quarter here at Hank Roy Stadium. Gum in shotgun. Jathan Franklin, the fullback on the right side. Bradley, the running back. They're going to give it off to Bradley, and Jalen inside the 35. He'll be down around the 33, maybe the 32.
Number 76, Colin McKitty on that tackle. That's his second. He's a 6', 250 junior.
Cabron Jones coming into the game to replace Bradley at running back. Cam Bull checking back in as well. 2nd down and 6 after the 4-yard pickup there for Bradley. Ball spotted at the Monroe County 33-yard line. Gum gives it off to Jones, and Cabron going to get inside the 30 down to around the 26.
Easton Massey is the man that made the tackle. He's 5'7", 195 junior.
First down for the Scotties. This Glasgow coaching staff is high on Cabron Jones. He's just a sophomore. They think he's going to be a good one. First and 10 Glasgow at the Monroe County 26. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 2 men in the backfield. Jones going to get the handoff again, starts up the middle with it, and then gets hit after a short gain and driven backwards from there. Going to put him down at the 25, it appears.
Yeah, number 76 is the man that held him up, and that's McKitty. And then they hit him pretty hard as he stood up there and knocked him down.
It's a gain of a yard. 2nd down 9 at the 25-yard line. Bradley and Bull are the running backs this time on either side of Gum. As Hudson looks over here to get the play call at the sideline. 2 receivers left side. That's Jeremiah Moore and Jarek Martin. Keyshawn Austin, the wide out to the right. Hudson Gum to throw. His pass batted down at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete.
Well, a lot of traffic there where who's trying to throw that football.
It'll be 3rd down and 9. Four down territory for the Scotties. They're at the Monroe County 25. 3rd down and 9 coming up here. 5:27 to go in the first half. Monroe County leads it 3-0.
Need to get a good chunk of it here, though.
Bradley going to get his number called. Goes up the middle with it and will get maybe a yard.
Number 15 on that tackle. That would be Caleb Stinson. 2nd tackle for him on the night.
Well, they say you got 2 to the 23, so 4th down and 7 now for the Scotties. They'll go for it. Trips to the near side, a single wide out to the right. Cam Bull is the running back to the left of Gum. Four-man front here for the Falcons. Gum has the snap. Hudson rolling out to the right. Looking. Pass going to be picked off again. Boy, Hudson threw that right into traffic again.
Is that number 3 again?
I think it is.
I think it was too.
Reese Bartley.
Intercepted by Monroe County.
It was 4th down, so Scotties will turn the ball over on the interception here. Would have turned it over on downs anyway if it had been incomplete. But it's 1st and 10 for the Falcons now at their own 14-yard line. 5:01 to go in the first half of play. Boy, this Scotty offense just does not look the same as it did the first 2 weeks. Have to believe the Falcons' defense has a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
First and 10, Falcons.
What yard line? 14?
14, yes, sir. See if the Scotties can get a crucial turnover here and maybe give the offense a short field.
Good stand down on the other end of the field the last time they had the ball.
Knuckles in shotgun will give the carry to Baxter. Starts left, now cuts it back up the middle, and he will go down around the 17, maybe the 18.
It looks like number 3 again. That is Trey Smith. Tackle number 4.
Pick up a 4 to the 18-yard line. Second down, 6. Caleb Stinson now in the backfield along with Baxter. They're on either side of Knuckles. Here's the give to Baxter again. Goes up the middle with it. He finds room. He'll have, I think, enough for the first down. Spot him down just shy of the 35, or the 25, excuse me. And it will be enough for a first down.
Trey Smith on the tackle for number 5 for him in this first half.
Needed 6, and that's what he's got. First down and 10. .355 to go in the first half. It's 3-0 Monroe County. First and 10 for the Falcons. They're at their own 24. Here's the give to Baxter up the middle, and he'll get a couple. Three-yard pickup to the 27.
I think it's 15 again. Bartley, tackle number 7.
This game flying by. We're 3 minutes and 19 seconds from halftime. Only been playing about 40 minutes or so. Knuckles in shotgun, again with a back on each side. Bartley's back in there with Baxter now. A wide out each way. Knuckles gives to Baxter, and, or excuse me, that's Bartley, I'm sorry, this time, and nothing doing. Well, actually got a couple, I guess.
Yeah. 52, Jordan Huffman with his 3rd tackle.
Say you got 1. And a timeout on the field for a Monroe County injury. So we need to take a timeout as well. 2:49 to go. 3-0 Monroe County leads Glasgow. This is Glasgow football on WCLU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM. Back after this 30-second timeout.
Get in. We're making country great again. Come on.
Whiskey River, take my mind.
Willie 94.1.
You got to have an ace in the hole.
Willie 94.1.
Hard-working man.
The Big Willie. It's great country. Willie 94.1.
We're making country great again, and we've got the Real Trader for you every weekday morning starting at 8. Join me, Mac Daniels, for it right here on Willie 94.1.
For the Falcons, big third down play here for the Glasgow defense. Ball at the Falcons' own 28. Knuckles off play action, rolling out to the left side, looking to run with it, and he dives for the first down marker, but I don't think he got there. He's going to be a couple of yards shy. It'll be 4th down now for the Falcons.
Yeah. Campbell ran him out of bounds over there. Tackle number 2 for him.
Well, I thought he dove out of bounds, but they're not stopping the clock here. Oh, he did step out? I thought he dove out of bounds. They didn't stop the clock. 4th down and 3. Punting unit in for Monroe County. Caden Geralds to kick it away. Jarek Martin back deep for the Scotties. Minute 46 to go. Falcons will get the ball back to start the second half. And a shank off the foot of Geralds here.
Get away.
As it bounces at the 45 and will not even cross midfield. It's going to be downed in Monroe County territory at the 46-yard line. So a big break for Glasgow there. They're going to get a short field here with a minute 33 to play in the half and 2 timeouts to work with. Punt of just 15 yards with no return.
Well, got a chance to go up here or tie it up one here in the right before halftime. We've got to get a little bit more out of our offense than what we've shown so far.
Moore, Bradley, Martin all go wide to the right side. Austin wide to the left. Bull's the running back. Gums in shotgun. Hudson with a quick pitch to Bull around the right end. Cam looking for some room, cuts it back up a little bit, and he's to the 40-yard line, down to the 39, I think, before he's down.
Number 4 on the tackle. That's Braden Baxter. That's his 4th.
Pickup of 7, second down and 3 at the Monroe County 39.
Yeah, good hard run by Cam that time. He got the corner, and he ran into a host of Monroe County tacklers.
1:08 to go. Scotty's coming to the line of scrimmage. Gun with a snap. Straight up the middle with it goes Hudson. He'll have the first down. That'll stop the clock momentarily while they set the change with 59 seconds to go. And now Glasgow's going to burn a timeout.
Caught him a kitty on that tackle. That's number 4 for him.
Scotties will have 1 timeout left. 3-0 lead for Monroe County. Let's check the scoreboard for you. We've got some scores that have been coming in. Hart County leads Caverna 19-14 at the end of the first quarter of play. It's Franklin Simpson all over Lexington Lafayette, 28-7. That game's at halftime.
Dang.
And it looks like that's all we've got so far. South Warren and Greenwood officially in a weather delay. Now, that was as of about 45 minutes ago, so don't know if that game has gotten started yet.
Yeah, this storm that went south of us probably came through Bowling Green, I would say, before it got here.
There's a new cell that has developed between Glasgow and Bowling Green. So we'll see if that gets here. First down and 10 for the Scotties at the Monroe 35. Here's a give to Cam Bull. Cam going to get around the left end. He's got the 30, and he'll be run out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That'll be another Glasgow first down. It should be at least.
Number 20, Briar Bork on the tackle. His first 5'11", 180 junior.
It is a 10-yard gain for Bull and a first down for the Scotties. 52 seconds to go in the first half. Monroe County leads 3-0. Scotties driving here. Gum and shotgun. Trips to the right side. Single receiver to the left. Bull is the running back. Gum to throw. Hudson looking over the middle. The pass is going to be caught. Did he catch it?
Yeah.
He did. Yeah, that's Jeremiah Moore, I believe, who made the catch. He bobbled it when he got hit, but was able to hang on to it before he went down. It is enough for a Glasgow first down. Ball spotted at the 14-yard line. Hudson Gum on a quarterback keeper up the middle. Hudson is inside the 10, down to around the 9 or 8-yard line with 30 seconds to go. Glasgow trying to hurry here to not have to waste that time out. They have 1 remaining.
Caden Gerald's on the tackle, number 2.
Down to 23 seconds.
Gotta hurry.
Gum and shotgun, down to 19 seconds. Here's the snap. Hudson fakes the pitch, keeps himself up the middle, and he's going to get to the 5. That'll be it. Scotty's almost have to burn that final timeout here, and they will.
Adrian Young with the tackle, number 21. First tackle for him.
So Gum got it to the 5. And is going to be just shy of the first down, it looks like. Well, I thought he had to get, okay, it's just inside the 5 is where you have to get to.
Yeah,
so
third down.
Third down and less than a yard here. But that's really of very little consequence because we have only 12.3 seconds to go. And Scotties have to get this ball into the end zone. They now have no timeouts left, Larry, so do you have to go to the air here?
Yeah.
You almost have to.
You almost have to. If you're going to get 2 plays off, you do.
Yeah.
I don't think you could run it and get another play off.
Hudson Gum so far is 4 of 8 through the air for 29 yards and 2 well, is that right, Bruce?
2 interceptions.
4 of 8 through the air for 29 yards and 2 interceptions.
Yeah, you gotta be smart here now. If you don't have anything, you gotta throw that thing away.
Play resumes, 3rd down and 1.
Gum in shotgun. Bradley and Franklin are the running backs. They're in an I formation to Gum's left. 2 receivers to the right side. Hudson rolling out to the left. They're going to run this thing. Hudson trying to get there, and he fumbles the ball out of bounds with 12. Well,
the clock
didn't get started in time. He got the first down, so it's going to be 1st and goal. And we'll see if they take any time off the clock here.
Yeah, they just about have to.
Only a little over 2 seconds came off the clock. And the officials are going to discuss it. And Franklin ought to bring in one of their cohorts here and see if they need to maybe take a little time off the clock. I'm sure that's what they're discussing.
Well, it's definitely about 2 or 3 seconds all could be left.
It's 1st and goal for the Scotties at the 3.
Seconds?
8 seconds, I believe, is what he's saying.
8 seconds.
Or 7 seconds.
7 seconds.
Okay, so we got 7 seconds on the clock.
That's more than I thought they would be.
More taken off or more left?
More left. I thought it would be 2 or 3 seconds left.
Oh, that's about a 5-second play. I'd say it's about right, probably.
Okay.
All right, 1st and goal to go for the Scotties from the 3. We'll see if they go to the air here. Just about have to. Gum is in shotgun. Bull is the running back to his left. 3 receivers very tight to the formation on the right side. Gum trying to run with it, goes around the left end and dives to the end zone. Did he get in? He did! Touchdown, Scotties!
All right. Boy, just barely got inside that pylon.
Boy, Hudson started right and didn't have anything, came back to the left, found just enough room, and I mean just enough room, to touch that pylon with the football as he was going down. And the Scotties get on the scoreboard with 0.7 of a second to go in the first half. They take a 6-3 lead, and Jared Malagon on for the PAT. Kick is up for Jared, and the kick is good as the rain has begun to fall here at Hank Roy Stadium. It's a light rain. But Glasgow now with a 7-3 lead. By the way, that Glasgow touchdown brought to you by Riley Dental Group. And we'll tell you about that Scotty scoring drive in just a moment. 0.7 of a second remaining in this second quarter, brought to you by CRS Construction. Bruce adding up the scoring drive right now. It is an 8-play drive that went 46 yards, took 1 minute and 32 seconds off the clock, and Hudson Gum gets a 3-yard touchdown run for Hudson. That is his second touchdown run of the season. The extra point good for Jared Malagon. 7-3 Scotties with 0.7 of a second left in the half. If you're Jared Malagon, I assume that you've probably been told just to squib this kick down the field. But we'll see what they do.
Yeah, don't give them a chance to run it back. No.
Malagon approaches. It is a squib kick, and it's going to go out of bounds here. So that's going to allow Monroe County to run a play if they want to.
They're going to do that. They passed the 35.
It went out of bounds at the 33.
So they'll put it at the 35.
Yeah.
I think they're going to make Glasgow re-kick.
No.
So they are going to make the Scotties re-kick back at the 35-yard line as we see some more lightning off in the distance. This time off to our north.
That's the one that's coming through Bowling Green.
And that may move just north of us.
Yeah, it could.
We'll see if the lightning gets close enough to cause a problem. Malagon squibs it again, and again it's going to go out of bounds.
What's he doing?
So we'll see if, just kick it straight down the field, Jerry.
Yeah, there you go.
They're going to re-kick again.
Ball again kicked out of bounds.
Why not just kick an onside kick and try to cover it and make a lineman?
Yeah.
So now I think they're going to have Jathan Franklin just kick a squib kick down the field.
Yeah, the best they can do is probably try an onside kick right here, because that's going to take more than a second. You just don't want them to get on it and run it back.
Well, they won't start till they touch it, but still, it's not going to stop in 17.
So Franklin will tee it up this time.
Well, it won't start.
We got to slow running the clock up here. We don't have to take care of it. It starts, it will not stop.
Jathan with the squib kick down the middle of the field, picked up by Baxter. He's got the 40, he's got the 50, and he's going to go down around the 47-yard line in Glasgow territory, but it will not matter.
Jathan Franklin on the tackle.
Sorry, Larry. We have reached halftime here at Hank Royce Stadium with the Scotties leading Monroe County by a score of 7-3. We'll come back in a moment with our halftime show brought to you by SCRTC. We'll take a look at the halftime stats, which are brought to you by McDonald's of Glasgow. It's Glasgow 7, Monroe County 3 here at the break at Hank Royce Stadium on Little League night. You're listening to Glasgow football on WCLU Blue, 103.1 FM and 1490 AM. We're back after this 4-minute timeout here on WCLU Sports.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Hardee's Original Bag is back, now with even more full-size sandwiches to choose from. The new Spicy Chicken Sandwich, Hot Ham and Cheese, Hand-Breaded Chicken Tender Wrap, or Charbroiled Double Cheeseburger. Mix and match any two, with fries and a drink, just $6.99.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
Right now, when you download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards, say good morning to 20% off any breakfast order of $10 or more. Wake up to the fluffy omelet biscuit or a home-style loaded burrito and save. That's goodness in Hardee's country.
At Kuzma Family Dentistry, we specialize in changing smiles and changing lives. If you'd like to experience this wow factor transformation that not only can change your smile, but change your life, give Kuzma Family Dentistry a call at 270-651-2638. Located at 501 West Main Street in Glasgow.
And it all comes down to this moment. There's only one roll left. Let's see what happens. And Michael wins the face-off. He used the old misdirection trick. Well, now that he's eating the roll, let's wait for his reaction. It's good! Do you want a free lunch for two at Colton's? Listen to WHHT between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. during the week for a chance to win.
Back here on the SCRTC halftime show, Joe Myers, Larry Alexander, and Bruce Tribune with you. We're at Hank Roy Stadium, and it's Glasgow leading Monroe County 7-3 in a matchup of two top 10 ranked teams in their respective classes. Again, that first media poll of the season came out earlier this week, and the Scotties ranked number 10 in Class 3A. Monroe County ranked number 2 in Class 2A, or excuse me, ranked number 9 in Class 2A, I'm sorry. As we look at these halftime stats here, Larry, and you and Bruce will look at them in detail here in just a moment, but Scotty's much better second quarter offensively. Glasgow at the end of the first quarter had just 7 total yards. They wind up the first half with 118. Offense finally caught some life.
Yeah, it started running the football a little bit there in the first quarter. We didn't hardly run it at all. We tried, pass the football. We had an interception there that stopped the drive, and we got back to the basics there in the second quarter, started running the football and did a lot better.
And the 2 turnovers for the Scotties, those are the only 2 turnovers of the ball game. Monroe County yet to turn one over. Something that does stand out to me, Larry, just because of the number of penalties the Scotties have had the first 2 ball games, only 4 penalties for 20 yards in the first half. Not perfect, but you'll take it.
No, not perfect, but that's all right. The 4 penalties didn't really hurt us a whole lot, so it a whole lot better than what we did last week.
No doubt. All right, this is the SCRTC halftime show. Glasgow leads Monroe County by a score of 7-3. Give you a couple of more scores here real quick, as I think I saw some others come across. McLean County leads Grayson County 6-0 at the end of the first quarter. Bowling Green and Scott County are all tied up at 14 at the end of the first quarter. Southbourne and Greenwood apparently did get started, but they are now back in a lightning delay. Actually, I guess they never did get started. They've been in a lightning delay this whole time, according to this text here. So, anyway, it is time now to take a look at the McDonald's halftime stats, and for that, we turn things over to Larry and Bruce. Larry?
All right, Joe. Glasgow won the toss of the coin, and they decided to take the football, which they normally do. Didn't get much going on that first drive. Didn't get a first down, and we had a big third down play, and we threw an interception that Reese Bartley would intercept it for Monroe, and that would set them up on Glasgow's 48-yard line with 10:23 to go in the first quarter. They marched it down the field, but Scotty's defense held tough down inside the 15-yard line, and Monroe County lined up for a 25-yard field goal, which was good by Braden Day Quick. It was an 8-play drive, took 4:37 off the clock, and Monroe County led 3-0 after that 25-yard field goal. The Scotties' second possession ended in a punt where they didn't get much done. Monroe County drove the football down on their next drive. They took over on the Monroe County's 47-yard line, moved it right on down inside the 20-yard line. The Scotties came up big on the 4th down play and stopped them. And the Scotties would take over on the 15-yard line with 9:08 to go in the second quarter. This time, still nothing much going on. We had a good run, got a first down, I think, and then we threw another interception, threw it into a little bit of a traffic there. Reese Bartley again intercepted the pass, and that would set Monroe County up on their own 14-yard line with 5:02 to go in the second quarter. Scotty's defense held again and made them punt. The Scotties would take over on Monroe's 46-yard line with only 1:33 to go in the half, and only had one timeout left. But Scotties went on an 8-play, 46-yard drive, took 1:32 off the clock. Hudson Gum went over from 3 yards out, just barely got inside the pylon on the left side for the touchdown. Jared Malagon kicked the extra point, and Glasgow led 7-3. There was a kickoff, but Monroe County covered it, and time would run out. So it's 7-3 here at halftime in favor of the Scotties, and Monroe will get the football when they come back out. Bruce?
Well, Joe forgot to plug me in for you. Well, no, I'm on.
No, you're on. I hear you.
Oh, he plugged me in, and we're good. All right, thank you, Larry. Let's continue our SCRTC halftime show and look at our McDonald's stats for this first half with the Scotties on top, 7-3. The Falcons had 5 first downs. The Scotties picked up 6. Monroe rushed for 83 yards. They passed for 25 for a total of 108. Scotties had 89 on the ground, 29 through the air for a total of 118. The Falcons had no turnovers. The Scotties did turn it over twice. Both were interceptions. As far as penalties go, Monroe County had 3 penalties, 15 yards. Glasgow had 4 for 20. Of course, 2 of those and 10 yards of those came on the last kickoff. Total plays are pretty even, but time of possession, there's a big discrepancy. The Falcons had 27 plays, consuming 15 minutes and 20 seconds. Glasgow had 25 plays for 8 minutes and 40 seconds. Now, on our South Central RTC halftime show, let's look at our individual McDonald's stats. Leading rusher for the Falcons in the first half was Reese Bartley with 42 yards on 7 rushes. He had a long of 32, so on the other 6, the Scotties held him to 10. Braden Baxter had 10 rushes for 30 yards, and Bryson Knuckles had 11 yards on 5 carries. Knuckles was 2 of 3 for 25 yards. Reese Bartley had 1 of those for 12 yards, and Braden Baxter had 1 for 13 yards. Caden Gerald's punted 1 time for 15 yards. For the Scotties, their leading rusher is Cam Bull with 47 yards on 4 carries. He had a long of 21. Hudson Gum on 7 rushes picked up 29. He scored our lone touchdown. Jaden Bradley had 6 yards on 2 carries, as Cabron Jones, 6 yards on 2 carries. Hudson was 4 of 8 passing the ball here in the first half for 29 yards and 2 interceptions. So hope Hudson gets a lot sharper here in the second half. Leading receiver for the Scotties was Keyshawn Austin with 1 reception for 14 yards. Jeremiah Moore had a big catch for a first down that kept the drive alive for 10 yards, and Jarek Martin had 2 catches for 5 yards. Cam Bull punted 1 time for 30 yards in that first half. So in this first half, our SCRTC halftime show, the Scotties are up 7-3 over the Monroe County Falcons. This has been your McDonald's stats. Let's take a 5-minute break right now, and then Joe will probably come back and discuss a little bit of what's going on, because we are going to be in a weather delay, and we'll have a 30-minute halftime. Okay, let's take an 8-minute timeout if we would. We're going to start back at 8. So, well, what time is it now? 7:35. Well, let's go ahead and take an 8-minute timeout, because that still gives Joe plenty of time. Let's take an 8-minute timeout here on WCLU Blue, 103.1 FM, 1490 AM.
We know there's a big difference between being in a community and being part of the community. That's why here in Glasgow, we cheer on the Scotties. We work hard every day to make a positive impact on the community we call home. Behind our golden arches, we strive daily to serve delicious food and treats. If you could only smell this McDonald's ad, you'd smell how delicious this burger and fries really are. Join our McTeam. To learn how, text KY209 to 38000. Benefits include a sign-on bonus up to $500.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939. SCRTC Connect is the ultimate Wi-Fi experience. Welcome home to reliable internet from SCRTC, your fiber optic provider. Create a tailored environment that allows you to take control of your Wi-Fi. Simple and intuitive features to keep your Wi-Fi network safe and at peak performance. Sign up for SCRTC Fiber Fast Internet today and download the ultimate Wi-Fi experience to take control of your internet. SCRTC Connect.
If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa Cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver, and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
Tribute with you, Chase Landrum down on the sideline for us, although we've not had an opportunity to get down to Chase any today. We've got a 7-3 lead for Glasgow over Monroe County, and we are now officially in a lightning delay as we're getting some lightning off to our north here at Hank Roy Stadium, and so they have advised folks to go back to their cars for the time being. We know we cannot start at least until 8 o'clock the second half, and it very likely could be beyond that. So for the time being, what we are going to do is go back to regular programming, and then we will come back on the air with you a few minutes before they get this second half going. I tell you what, let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back, like I said, a few minutes before they decide to get this game going again. We don't think that's going to be before 8 o'clock at the very earliest. So just stay tuned with us, and we'll come back with you when this game gets set to go. It's a 7-3 lead for Glasgow over Monroe County. And for now, back to the studio for regular programming. because we have gone into a lightning delay. We have been told that this game will restart at 8:15. So we're hoping that holds. We have not seen any new lightning strikes. Of course, anytime there is a strike, you have to wait 30 minutes since the last strike. So you could wait 29 minutes, get a lightning strike, and then you're right back where you started there, Larry and Bruce. But hopefully that does not happen here. We have seen some rain here in the last few minutes. It opened up and rained pretty hard for I don't know, 30 seconds to 60 seconds, something like that. And now it's just raining pretty lightly. But we probably got lucky to get the first half in without any weather delays. But it caught us here at halftime.
Yeah, Larry. I think one of them went south of us, and we didn't get anything there. This one went north toward Park City and Cave City, and that's where it is right now. We got a little finger of the rain down, it looks like, and here in a few minutes it looks like it's going to be out of here.
Well, meteorologist Tribune over here to my right is checking out the radar, and his future radar does show that it's going to be out of here pretty soon. It looks
sneaky
like Bruce,
peek.
Right?
Sneaky peek. Joe, I want to, where we've got time, we don't usually have time. We all need to say hello to Coach Johnny Vance. He watches us all the time. He wants to know when we're coming on. He called me last week and wanted to know what the series record was between the Scotties and the Trojans. I said, just wait till the pregame show, Johnny. Larry's got it, and he'll give it to you.
I got him.
Yep, he has all that information. But, yes, certainly want to wish good evening to Coach Vance. Coach Vance, he might not want to hear this. He was my PE coach in first grade.
I played basketball with him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, well, we're glad to have Coach Vance listening for sure, and we know he is a dedicated listener, and we know we got a lot of you folks out there that listen to us each and every week, and we certainly appreciate that, and I know a lot of you watch the live stream as well, and I know that's been certainly a very great addition to our broadcast over the last few years. What were you saying, Larry?
Yeah, I've known Johnny for I don't know how many years, a lot of years, and played ball together. We played ball in the sand lots or the factory lot up there, and then we played in high school. And Johnny, one of the best all-around athletes at Glasgow over the years. Play everything real well: basketball, baseball, and football.
Yep.
He's really good at all of them.
Yes, he was. Sure was. Speaking of former coaches at Glasgow, something that we did not acknowledge last week that I want to do now, it just didn't get an opportunity to do it last week, but Coach Buzzy Groves passed away not long ago, and Coach Groves was a long-time assistant football coach here at Glasgow and a teacher as well, and certainly want to send our thoughts and prayers and best wishes out to his family. He passed away on August the 23rd. Pausing here.
Scoreboard clock runs to 0. 3 minutes will be put.
Okay, so we're being told now. Here come the players now. We're being told that once the scoreboard clock hits 0, 3 additional minutes will be put on. And right now we've got 2:50, so we're about 6 minutes away, I think, from actually starting the game, restarting the game again. And by the way, if you're just joining us or if you've forgotten during this delay, Glasgow does lead Monroe County by a score of 7-3. But
a bunch of people might be in their cars listening, so they can get out of their car and come back in.
Yeah. But just talking a little bit more about Coach Groves, he's originally from Henderson, Kentucky. He joined the faculty of GHS teaching math and science classes. In 1974, he joined the Scotty football coaching staff as freshman football coach on a staff headed by Coach Bill Jones. From 77 to 79, he continued as an assistant under Coach Charles Gupton. And when Coach Coy Meadows took over the Scotties in 1980, Coach Groves continued serving as an integral part of the staff that claimed the KHSAA Class 2A runner-up in 1982. He was also the defensive coordinator from 84 to 87. And in 84, 85, and 86, the teams were undefeated in the regular season for 3 straight years. He left the coaching staff and just continued teaching at the high school after the 87 season. But again, we send our thoughts and prayers out to the family of Coach Buzzy Groves. He was certainly a good man. But
Joe, one of the 4 games I've missed, I went with Coach Groves and Coach Fault, and we went to Fort Campbell to scout back there in '78, I believe it was, and that's one of the few games that I've missed. So,
is that right?
But I went with Coach Groves and Coach Fault, and we went down there and scouted Fort Campbell that night.
Yeah. I believe you've told me that story, but I didn't remember that you were with Coach Groves. So yeah, that's cool. That's neat. While we do have a couple more minutes, we did not get a chance to take a look at the high school sports week ahead here at Glasgow High School for all the other fall sports. So let's do that for you real quick before we get our second half underway. The boys soccer team in action on Tuesday at home against Allen County Scottsville. On Thursday, they'll travel to LaRue County for a match. The Lady Scotty soccer team on Monday will be on the road at Allen County Scottsville, and then on Thursday they will host Warren Central. Lady Scotty volleyball team on Saturday will take on Warren East at Edmonson County High School tomorrow. That will be a 2A sectional match. And then on Tuesday, the volleyball team on the road at Allen County Scottsville for a district match, and Thursday they'll host the Caverna Lady Colonels. The girls golf team on Tuesday will host a match against Barron County, and then on Thursday they'll be participating in the 15th district the 15th district tournament at Park Mammoth Golf Course. The boys golf team tomorrow is participating in the BGIT at Bowling Green Country Club. Then on Monday they'll be at the 2A sectional. One of the players will be, at least Griffin Jackson will be participating in the 2A sectional on Monday at Owensboro Country Club. Then on Tuesday the golf team will host Barron County. On Thursday the boys golf team participating in the 15th district tournament over at Park Mammoth. Cross-country team tomorrow in action at the Storm Invitational in Madisonville. No game this week or this upcoming week for the freshman football team. The JV football team on Monday will host Greenwood. And then 1 week from tonight, the varsity football team will have its first true road game of the season as they'll travel to Allen County Scottsville next Friday. Pre-game will begin at 6:30 with our kickoff slated for 7 o'clock next week between the Scotties and the Patriots. That is a look at what's upcoming in the weekend fall sports at Glasgow High School. Take a look at some other scores for you. Greenwood and South Warren have finally gotten underway, and they've reached the end of the first quarter, and they are scoreless between those two teams. McCreary County leads Clinton County 19-12. That game is at halftime. Franklin Simpson over Lexington Lafayette. That game was called in the third quarter due to weather. They just decided, the coaches agreed to call that game. Franklin Simpson wins it 35-7. Also, Scott County leads Bowling Green 21-14. That game is at halftime. Last update we had on Hart County and Caverna, it was Hart County leading Caverna 42-14, and the game was in a weather delay last time we got an update on that one. So that's everything we have for you at the moment. Of course, the Barron County-Metcalfe County game at Metcalfe County was moved to tomorrow. That game's going to be played at noon tomorrow there at Metcalfe County. Of course, you'll be able to hear the broadcast of that game with Jay Turner over on WCLU Burgundy. So that's 104.7 FM and 12:30 a.m. Jay's pregame, I think, will start at 11:30 tomorrow morning, and the kickoff slated for 12 noon there between the Hornets and the Trojans. And we are about a minute away from getting this second half started. Monroe County is going to get the football to start the second half. Larry, what do you want to see out of the Scotties here in this third and fourth quarters?
Well, a little bit better offense. You know, the second quarter was better than the first quarter. You know, we had Bradley. Jalen Bradley didn't play in the first quarter. Don't know the reason why, but in the second quarter he came in, had some nice runs. Campbell ran the ball well. We had 2 interceptions, which stopped some drives. One of them was on a fourth down, so it was basically like a punt, but you know, just a little bit more consistency on offense. And defensively, I think we played pretty well. We've given up a touchdown, and we've stopped them inside the 20. A field goal, yeah. And stopped them inside the 20 once, so on down. So defense not played bad.
Well, both teams about to take the field here to get this third quarter underway, and you know, hey, because this game started 30 minutes early, we're really about right on schedule where we normally would be for a 7 o'clock start. So as we get this thing going again here at 8:18 by my time on my phone anyway. Glasgow leads 7-3 over the Falcons. Scotty's about to kick the ball away to get the third quarter underway. We've got Reese Bartley and Braden Baxter back deep for the Falcons.
leave the ball up for Glasgow.
Glasgow did not look good offensively at all in the first quarter. They had less than 10 total yards, but by the time halftime got here, Scotties had amassed 118. So hopefully we'll see more of what we saw in that second quarter out of the Scotty offense. Jared Malagon set to kick this thing away. And after about a 50-minute halftime, we are now underway. Kick going to be picked up at the 18-yard line, the 30, 35. That's Reese Bartley on the return, and he'll be taken down around the 36-yard line, I believe.
That was number 6, Travis Kohler. 6 foot 180 freshman on that tackle. His first of the game.
18-yard return. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. They will start at their own 37-yard line. Wide out each way for Monroe County. Bartley and Baxter in a straight eye formation as Bryson Knuckles is under center. Here's a snap, going to pitch it to Baxter. Gives it off to Bork on a reverse around the left end. Bork gets the corner. He's got the 40, the 45, the 50, and he'll have a first down before being dragged out of bounds in Glasgow territory at the 48.
Yeah. Landon Martin had to come over and make a good tackle to stop that one. That was a nice play coming out of halftime. A little reverse, nobody over there except Grayson Bartley, and he got blocked down a little bit.
Pick up of 15 yards. First down and 10 for the Falcons at the Glasgow 48. We have not seen Branson Williams at quarterback at all tonight. Monroe County normally plays both quarterbacks significant amount of minutes, but not tonight. Knuckles going to turn and give this thing off to Baxter. He'll go off right tackle, and he will fight his way to the 45-yard line.
Number 22, Stephen Garrett on that tackle. That's his third. Yeah, I thought Williams played real well against us last year. Old Tompkinsville.
When I was given the starters by head coach John Pettit, Williams was not listed on defense or offense, but then the Monroe County radio crew were told that Williams would start on defense, but we've not seen him at all on offense. Here's a wide out each way. Knuckles in shotgun. Gives to Bartley. He'll go around the left end, and he gets cut down after a very short gain, if any at all.
That was Cam Bull. That's his third tackle. Hit him right at the ankles and tripped him up.
It will be no gain. 3rd down and 7 for the Falcons at the Glasgow 45.
Well, big play here. I think they would punt if we can stop them.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Baxter and Bartley on either side of Knuckles. Scotty's showing blitz up the middle, and here they come. Knuckles rolling out right, wants to throw, under pressure. Lets it go as he's hit, and it's incomplete. Good job there by the Scotties, both Trey Smith and Kevin Massey putting the pressure on as Knuckles could not complete the pass because of that pressure, and here comes the punting unit for Monroe County.
Yeah, about the first time that we've gotten much pressure on the quarterback all night. Did a good job on that play.
Jarek Martin will go back to receive the punt, standing around the 10-yard line. Caden Gerald's in to kick it away. 4th down and 7, a fake probably not out of the question here, but you'd be surprised. Good snap. Punt is away. It'll bounce around the 12 and take a Monroe County roll, and they're going to down this ball at the 1-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, nice punt.
Punt of 44 yards and no return.
He kicked it right in between where the punt returner couldn't get to it, and he had people around him. They had to hit it. Boy, it just took a Monroe County roll.
So 1st and 10 for the Scotties. They'll have to go 99 yards if they're going to put this one in the end zone. 9:34 to go in the 3rd quarter. Glasgow leads 7-3. Falcons got one first down on that opening drive of the 3rd quarter. but then had to punt it away. One wide out here to the near side. Campbell is the running back. Hudson Gum in pistol formation. Franklin a wing back on the left side. Here's a give to Bull. Cam just trying to find some running room to get out of the shadow of the end zone there. He'll get a yard or so, maybe, not much. It will be a gain of a yard to the 2, so it'll be 2nd down and 9.
Easton Massey is the man that made the tackle. It's his 2nd on the night.
Same formation here. Bull, the running back. Gum in pistol formation. Give to Bull again. Cam finds a little bit more room this time as he crosses the 5 and gets it out to around the 8.
It's number 4 on the tackle. That will be Braden Baxter. That's his 5th tackle.
Ball at the 8-yard line. 3rd down and 3.
Oh, yes.
And Monroe County jumped off sides. Well, they're not going to throw the flag. Boy, it looked like he had to have come across the neutral zone, but I guess he didn't. Gum. And maybe a busted play here. Hudson just turned it upfield and tried to get what he could. Something looked weird about that.
Yeah.
He's going to be maybe a yard gain. It'll be 4th down and 2, and the Scotties will have to punt this ball away from deep in their own territory.
Yeah, you needed at least one 1st down there.
4th down and 2. Ball at the 9-yard line. Campbell in to punt it away. Bartley and Baxter awaiting the kick. Monroe going to get great field position here. Good snap. Bull gets it away. Fielded. Oh, nobody's going to field it. Scotty's going to get a break here as it's going to roll into Monroe County territory at the 49. Some miscommunication there, I think, between Bartley and Baxter, as I think each one thought the other was going to get it. And so nobody fields the ball, and the Scotties get a nice break. It took a little bit of a roll. It'll be Monroe County ball at their own 49-yard line.
Yeah, I thought the receiver was coming up to catch.
42 yards, Larry, excuse me.
I thought the receiver was going up and catch the football, and then all of a sudden it was over his head. He just getting out of the way, I guess.
1st and 10 for the Falcons. And now we see Branson Williams in at quarterback for the first time, just after I made that comment on the last possession. Williams rolling out to the right, going to give to Baxter. He gets hit in the backfield and dropped.
Trace Smith, 6th tackle, hit him right in the backfield as soon as he got the football.
Loss of 2 yards after that big play by Trace. 2nd down and 12. Ball back at the Monroe County 47. 7:13 to go in the 3rd quarter. Glasgow leads 7-3. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Williams in shotgun. Baxter to his right. Here comes Bork in motion to the near side. There's 2 receivers each way. Now 3 on the right side with Bork in motion. Williams rolling this way. He'll throw. Pass incomplete. Intended for Reese Bartley. Great defense that time by Cam Bull. Got in there and reached in and knocked the ball away.
Yeah, got a hand in there on it. Nice play by Cam.
It'll be 3rd down and 12.
Big play right here. He's flopped that field position again now.
Falcons will send 3 men wide to the near side, a single wide out to the far side of the field. Baxter's the running back. Williams in shotgun. Now Baxter moves up to a wing back position. Williams rolling out to the right, now rolls back left, now going to try to run with it. He's sacked.
Trace Smith again, number 7.
Trace got him by the ankle and tripped Williams up back at the 44-yard line. So a loss of 3 yards there. Trey Smith getting receivers. Does he have any of the sacks tonight, Larry? Trace, or is that his first of the night?
First of the night.
That's his first of the season, too, then. So on 4th down and 15, the Falcons will send in the punting unit here. Great job by the Scotty defense. Gerald's in to kick it away. Martin standing at the 15. Not a great kick. Wobbler. Going to bounce at the 35 and pretty much take a neutral roll, maybe 1 yard on the roll for Monroe County. It'll be Glasgow ball at the 35, I believe, or the 34-yard line. Yep, 34-yard line is where they'll put it down. Punt of 30, excuse me. Bruce says now a punt of 22 yards with no return. 1st and 10 Scotties. They'll start this drive at their own 34. Really great job of the defense there, Larry.
Great job of the defense, and we got a little daylight down here. We got good field position. Got to do something with it.
Gum in shotgun. Quick pitch to Jalen Bradley on the right side. He gets hit in the backfield and could not get away. Going to be no gain on the play here.
Yeah, number 4, Braden Baxter is the man who tripped him up just as he wanted to make his cut to the line of scrimmage.
Bradley sets up to the right of Gum again. Franklin, the fullback in this I formation. Moore and Martin are wide to the right. Austin wide to the left. Gum fakes the handoff. Wants to throw. Looking over the middle, and the pass is way underthrown. Intended for Keyshawn Austin.
Hudson Gum's pass incomplete. Intended for Keyshawn Austin.
5:23 to go in the third quarter. 7-3 lead for the Scotties. 3rd down and 10, though, for Glasgow at their own 34. Gum rolling left. Pitches on the option. He's got Bradley. Jalen going to get hit at the 39 and dropped right there.
Yeah, that's a good tackle. Number 20, Bear Bork. 2nd tackle on the night.
Pick up of 5 yards, but it's 4th down, and the Scotties will punt it away from their own 44-yard line.
4th down for the Scotties.
4:59 to go in this third quarter. 7-3 lead for Glasgow. Baxter and Bartley waiting on the kick. Good snap to Bull. Gets the kick away. It's a knuckleball. And it's muffed, and Glasgow gets it. Boy, Bartley made a big mistake there as he went to his knees and tried to catch the football, and he could not come up with it cleanly, and the Scotties able to jump on the loose ball. Did you see who got it there, Larry?
Yep, Hudson Gum.
Hudson landed on it. All right. So the Scotties going to get it at the Monroe County 32-yard line. 1st down and 10. Glasgow, you feel like, really needs to make some hay here. Leading 7-3, 4:38 to go in the third quarter.
Yep, got to do something here.
Gum gives to Bull. Cam up the middle. He's got something.
Yes.
20,
yes.
15, 10, 5. End zone. Touchdown, Scotties.
Yeah, right up the middle. Good blocking up front by the O-line, and he found the secondary and went all the way.
Immediately, Glasgow makes Monroe County pay for the turnover as the Scotties get a 32-yard touchdown run for Cam Bull. And that puts Glasgow up 13-3 with 4:31 left in the third quarter. We'll take a quick timeout after this extra point attempt by Jared Malagon here. Kick for Jared is up, and the kick is good. 4:31 to go in this third quarter. 14-3, Glasgow leads Monroe County. You're listening to Glasgow football on WCLU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM. We're back after this 30-second timeout.
And it all comes down to this moment. There's only one roll left. Let's see what happens. And Michael wins the face-off. He used the old misdirection trick. Well, now that he's eating the roll, let's wait for his reaction. It's good! Do you want a free lunch for two at Colton's? Listen to WHHT between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. during the week for a chance to win.
To 3 lead for Glasgow. That scoring drive for the Scotties, it was quick. One play, 32-yard run for Cam Bull. Took just 7 seconds. The extra point good for Malagon. 14-3 lead for Glasgow. That touchdown coming after the turnover on the muffed punt by Monroe County. Malagon to kick it away here. Low line drive kick, and it's going to be picked up at the 20-yard line. 25, and the returner will not make the 30. That was Griffin Spears on the return that time.
That's Trey Smith with a tackle, and that's number 8 for him.
And Falcons going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 28. Baxter and Bartley in I formation. Williams in there at quarterback. Fake the reverse this time. Baxter around the left side. Got a blocker in front. Now he's got some room. Scotty's going to have to track him down, and they do. But a big gain for Monroe County as Baxter gets this into Glasgow territory to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, same play they started the half with, except they didn't pitch it this time. Trying to find out who made that tackle. I believe it was Trey Smith again. No, it was Landon Martin. Number 17. 4th tackle for Landon.
Pick up 30 yards on the run. 1st and 10 Monroe at the Glasgow 42. A wide out each way. Baxter dots the I formation. They'll pitch it back to him again around the left side this time, and he's going to get hit after a short gain.
It's number 15 on the tackle. Grayson Bartley, tackle number 8.
It actually may not have gained anything. They're going to say no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10. 3.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. This 3rd quarter, by the way, brought to you by Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. And I should tell you, I apologize, forgot to tell you that last Glasgow touchdown was brought to you by Raleigh Dental Group. Williams in shotgun, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Tries to go up the middle with it, and he'll get a couple, but not much. Scotty's defended it pretty well.
Yeah, Stephen Garrett, tackle number 4 for him, played it right there and got him.
Gain of just 1 to the 41, so 3rd down and 9. Falcons may be in 4-down territory here, down 14-3. Still in the 3rd quarter, but it's late in the 3rd. A wide out will split each way. Baxter in an I formation. They're going to pitch it back to Baxter, trying to get around the left end. Scotty string it out pretty well. He won't get much, maybe a yard.
He did a good job. I think that was number 5 on the tackle. That would be Cabrion Jones, 5'6", 135, sophomore, his first tackle.
It is a 1-yard pickup. It'll be 4th down and 8. And Monroe County offense is going to stay on the field here. If you're Glasgow, be disciplined. Do not jump.
Yes. Yeah, it wouldn't give them a 1st down, but it would make it a lot easier.
Make it a lot easier. Wide out each way. Williams is in shotgun. He's got a back on each side. That's Bartley and Baxter. Williams off play action to throw.
That was holding.
Looking over the middle.
My goodness.
Pass is going to be incomplete. Jarek Martin got in there and broke it up for the Scotties. The intended target for Monroe County was Bryson Knuckles. So another good job by the defense as they force a turnover on downs. Glasgow will take over 1st and 10 at their own 40 with 1:39 to go in the 3rd quarter. And leading this ball game 14-3.
Yeah, I can't say enough about the defense tonight. They've played really well. they've only had two or three good plays, running the football, and two of them was on the one was reverse, one the fake reverse.
Hudson Gum will set up in shotgun. Jalen Bradley, the running back, to his right. Three receivers to the formation, tied to the formation on the left side. They're going to give it off to Bradley. Jalen tries to get around the corner that way, and Monroe County sent the house right there.
Yeah, number 76. He's been all over Colin McKitty. That's his 5th tackle on the night. He's a 250-pound junior.
So loss of 2, back to the 38. Second down and 12. Gum and pistol this time. Bradley behind him. Two receivers to the left side. Franklin, the fullback, here on the left side. Actually set up more of a wing back. Gum has the snap. Gives to Bradley. Jalen tries to go up the middle with it. Got back to the line of scrimmage. That's all.
Adrian Young with his 2nd tackle on that play.
Third down and 12. 33 seconds left in the quarter here in the third. Again, this third quarter brought to you by Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Bradley and Austin wide to the left side. Moore and Martin wide to the right. Gum to throw. Hudson looking over the middle for Austin. It is just overthrown.
Ooh, boy.
Austin had a step on his defender, but the ball just out of his reach. So that'll stop the clock with 8.9 to go in the third quarter. And Glasgow will punt it away on 4th down and 12. Campbell in to kick it away. Bartley and Baxter, the return men. End over end kick. Baxter will field at the 33. It gets across the 40 to the 41. That's about it. Return of 8 yards there.
Number 29 on that tackle, and that's Ashton Page, his first of the night for the senior.
Punt of 29 yards. First and 10 for the Falcons at their own 41.
First and 10 Falcons at their own 41.
And now I think that's Knuckles back in there at quarterback this time. He's got a back on each side of him. Knuckles with a straight drop. Throws it out here to Baxter, and he drops it. That was Bartley, I'm sorry, that was the intended receiver. Bartley dropped it. That will be it for the third quarter of play. It is Glasgow 14, Monroe County 3. We'll come back with the fourth quarter after this timeout. You're listening to Glasgow football on WCLU Blue, 103.1 FM and 1490 AM. Back after this 1-minute timeout. Back for the start of the fourth quarter here at Hank Roy Stadium. This fourth quarter brought to you by Scooters Coffee. 14-3 lead for Glasgow over Monroe. Monroe County football, second down and 10, and it's a wildcat play as Baxter took the direct snap, and he's going to get to about the 42 or 43 yard line. Oh, wait a minute.
What'd they do?
Whoa. I guess I was looking at the wrong pile. He got out to the 46-yard line. There were two piles there, and I thought he was back at the one at the 43. So
Tavion Massey on that tackle. First one for him tonight.
So pickup of 6 yards, or 5 yards or so. It'll be 3rd down and 5 here. Falcons have to get to the Glasgow 49. They're currently at their own 44. A wide out each way, Baxter in an I formation. Knuckles under center. To throw. Looking out to the right side, and the pass is incomplete. Jarek Martin on the coverage there for the Scotties. Branson Williams, the intended target down the right sideline, but Jarek was right there with him.
Yeah, both those guys pretty much the same size, but Jarek jumped a whole lot better than he did, and he got way up there and knocked that down.
Wide out down each way. 5. Falcons look like they may leave the offense on the field here. Go for it at their own 44-yard line. With 11 minutes to go, Glasgow leads 14-3. Now, in this case, an offsides would give you a first down, so you want to be very careful here. Wide out each way. Knuckles in shotgun. Here's the snap. Quick throw to the right side. Pass incomplete. They were trying to hit Williams on a quick slant, but the throw was just off target. And Monroe County will turn the ball over on downs with 10:58 to go in the game. Scotties will take over at the Monroe County 46-yard line.
I think it's the 3rd time we've stopped them on downs tonight.
Stats through 3 quarters of play, each team with 7 first downs. Glasgow 130 yards rushing, 29 passing, a total of 159. Monroe 125 rushing, 25 passing, a total of 150. Scotties have thrown 2 interceptions. Those are the only 2 turnovers for them. Monroe County lost a fumble on a muffed punt. Scotties been penalized 4 times for 20 yards. Monroe 3 for 15. Glasgow's had the ball for 38 plays, 13 minutes and 39 seconds. Monroe County 38 plays, 22 minutes and 21 seconds. Gum in pistol formation. Little shovel pass ahead to Jason Franklin underneath, and he'll get it to the 42-yard line. First time we've seen that play this season, I think.
Number 21 on the tackle, Adrian Young. That's his 3rd. Yeah, that's the first time we've seen that one. Jathan, a good runner.
Glasgow's head. Franklin sets up as a wing back on the right side this time. 2 receivers to the left. Campbell is the running back behind Gum, who's in pistol. Tight end Grayson Bartley on the right side of the line. 4-man front for Monroe. Gum will turn and give it off to Bull. Cam has a hole off the right side, cuts back to the middle of the field. He's across the 30, down around the 29. That'll be a Glasgow first down.
21, Adrian Young on the tackle again. Nice hole off that right side. The offensive line opened it up, and Cam Bull hit it hard.
Updated score for you. Hart County leading Caverna 48-14. 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter as they are back underway there, as that game had gone into a lightning delay. Cam Bull has carried it 7 times for 93 yards tonight. He's in there at running back again behind Gum. 2 wideouts to the left side. Franklin, wing back here on the right. Low shotgun snap. Gum picks it up, though. Going to try to run and get what he can, and he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage. I think that'll be about all. Campbell is the running back behind Gum.
Number 19, Titan Rich on that tackle, 6'2", 190 junior.
Tough for Hudson to do much with that snap there.
Yeah, I think he had a man open, too, but if he catches that wide, I think Jarrett Markham was going to be open.
2nd down and 10. Scotty's at the Monroe County 29.
2nd down, 10.
Again, Gum in pistol with Bull, the running back. Here comes Martin in motion. Fake to him. They give it off to Bull up the middle, and Cam gets tripped up and falls forward to about the 25, or maybe the 26, actually, I think they're going to say. Yep, 26-yard line.
That's number 2, Caden Geralds with his 3rd tackle.
It's a gain of 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Bull to the left of Gum this time, trips to the far side of the field, a single wide out to the right. Here comes Bradley in motion. Going to give to Bull. Cam will take it inside the 20, down to around the 22. It'll be a couple of yards shy of the first down, but the Scotties obviously will go for this.
Braden Baxter with his 7th tackle.
Bull now hits the 100-yard mark for the second consecutive game. Had 104 last week against Barron County. Now Bradley going to take a direct snap here on 4th down and 3. Franklin is in the backfield with Jalen Bradley. Martin goes in motion. They give to Bradley. Jalen looking for that first down, and he will have it. He's inside the 20 to the 18. First down, Scotties.
Caden Gerald's again on the tackle. That's number 4 for him. Nice little shot wildcat run there.
7:26 left in the ball game. Glasgow leading 14-3, looking for the touchdown that should put this ball game away if they can put it in the end zone here. Gum in shotgun, Bull to his left. Austin is wide to the right side. You got 3 receivers, Moore, Bradley, and Martin all to the left. And here's Gum on a quarterback keeper up the middle. Bounces to the outside now around the right end, and Hudson going to get down to around the 11-yard line. Good run there for Hudson.
Number 12, Jarrett Denton.
Franklin is in the
backfield.
backfield.
His first of the night at 5'9", 155, senior.
Pickup of 8.
It was a nice, just quick pitch fake out to the left, and then he took it back and went right with it and got some nice yardage.
Scotty was letting this clock run down here. 6.5 to go. Play clock at 10. Bull is the running back to the right of Gum. Here's the snap. Going to give to Bull. Cam around the left end. Finds a hole. Breaks a tackle at the 5. And he is close. I don't think he quite got there. Oh, he did. Touchdown, Scotties.
He said he hit the pylon. Don't know whether he did or not, but they called it.
Oh, there's a flag down, though.
Uh-oh.
False start, so that play never should have continued.
Boy, he made a great run, though. I didn't think he had a chance of getting too much yardage out of that, but he juked a couple of people down there in the secondary and got left. I still don't think he got in the end zone, but
I didn't think he did either, Larry, personally, but doesn't matter now because it doesn't count. So second down 9 here for the Scotties. Ball around the 16-yard line. Gum with a quick pitch to Bull, trying to get around the right end this time, but he's going to get cut down.
That's number 4, Braden Baxter, tackle number 8.
And Cam is not getting up. Going to spot the football at the 17-yard line. And the coaching staff is gathered around Bull, but Cam gets up to his feet, and he is walking off here to the sideline with a bit of a limp. I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. He took a hard hit right about at the knees.
That false start penalty on the Scotties is the first one called on him in the second half. Glasgow has only been penalized 5 times tonight for 25 yards, so that's a major improvement over the first 2 ball games. Falcons have only been penalized 3 times for 15 yards. Third down 9 for the Scotties. After that, no gain there by Cam Bull. Cabron Jones and Jalen Bradley are the running backs on either side of Gum this time. Hudson fakes throw, now rolling out to the left, looking to throw downfield. Now he's under pressure. Now just going to throw it away, and did he get it past the line of scrimmage? And now Hudson is hurt. He's slow to get up, but he is getting up to his feet. It's going to be 4th down and 9 here. So Hudson will get up and walk off to the sideline.
Let's see what Trace can do.
That means Trace England will be in at quarterback now. Trace, a 5'7", 135 sophomore. 4th down and 9, and they'll go for it here. England in shotgun. Cabron Jones to his right. England rolling right under pressure. Now lets the pass go. Pass is going to be incomplete.
Dropped it. Boy, he put it right in his hands. He just dropped it.
It was intended for Jarek Martin. And now a flag comes in very late. So we'll see what this is. It was thrown by the back judge. So let's see what this is before we can tell you what's going to happen next. Officials talking about it. We've got 5:33 to go in the ball game. Glasgow leads 14-3.
Looks like it's on them.
Monroe County defense is going back out onto the field, so apparently it's against the Falcons. Dead ball unsportsmanlike against Monroe County is the call. So it will still be Monroe County football, though, because that was 4th down, and that's not enough to give Glasgow a 1st down. So an unusual turnover on downs here, but it will be Monroe County football at their own 9-yard line. 1st down and 10. Knuckles in at quarterback. Baxter and Bartley on each side of him in the backfield. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 left. Knuckles rolling right. Under pressure. Now going to run with it. And he'll be pushed out of bounds. Shy of the 1st down marker. Looks like it's around the 17. Pickup of 9 or 8 yards there. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
Trey Smith with a tackle, number 9.
He's had a big night. Had 9 last week, too, I think, didn't he? Or at least by our count, not by the official. I'm not sure what he had by the official numbers. But 2nd down 2 for the Falcons. Knuckles in shotgun again with a back on each side. Snap, and they give to Bartley. He'll bounce around the left side and breaks a couple of tackles, and now out across the 30 to the 34-yard line.
Cabron Jones made the tackle, but that's his 2nd. Boy, it sure looked like he'd hold it up in that line.
A Scotty defender just tried to take Bartley down without wrapping him up that time, and he just bounced off him. You got to wrap up. Ball is spotted at the 35, so it is a Monroe County 1st down.
I think the ball carrier is down with a cramp, I think. See it is.
Yep, right in front of the Glasgow bench. This 4th quarter brought to you by Scooters Coffee. We've got 5:15 to go. Glasgow leading 14-3 over the Falcons. $5:15 to go. Glasgow leads 14-3 here, as they are still working on what appear to be cramps for Reese Bartley. Don't forget, next week, Scotty's on the road at Allen County, Scottsville. It's a 7 o'clock start. Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show on the air at 6:30 here on WCLU Blue, and also, of course, on our live stream on the Scotty channel on YouTube. And if you're watching on the live stream, you can see that Reese Bartley is walking off the field very gingerly. He's got a cramp in that left leg, it appears.
It looks like they can get it out all the way.
First down and 10 for the Falcons at their own 35. Glasgow on top, 14-3, 5:15 to play. Bryson Knuckles in shotgun. Baxter, the lone running back, to his right. You have twin wideouts each way. It's a four-man front for the Scotty defense. Knuckles to throw. Looking right side. Pass going to be caught by Bork. Now he gives it off on a flea flicker to Baxter, and Baxter has run out of bounds. Close to the first down, but I think he's going to be about a yard or so shy.
Jarek Martin ran him out of bounds for his fourth tackle over there, but nice little play.
Well, actually, they may give him 10 yards exactly. They will. It'll be a first down Monroe County, a 10-yard pickup to the 45.
That's Billy Lindsay's favorite play, the flea flicker.
First and 10, Monroe County at their own 45-yard line.
Knuckles in shotgun, Baxter to his left. Again, two wideouts each way. Knuckles will give to Baxter, trying to go up the middle, and nothing doing. Scotty's going to drop him for a loss.
Trace Smith is in there hard and heavy right there, number 10 for Trace.
Trace Smith picks up his 12th tackle of the game, a loss of 1 on the play.
Loss of a yard back to the 44, second down and 11. The clock continuing to run here, 4:25 to go. Both teams have all three timeouts left as we go down the stretch. Four receivers all bunched together here to the left side of the formation. One wide out to the right side. Empty backfield for Knuckles. And a whistle and a timeout called by the Scotties just as the ball was snapped. That'll give us an opportunity to take our timeout here in this fourth quarter as well. We have 4:06 to go. And by the way, this timeout is brought to you by the People's Bank. 4:06 to go in the ball game. 14-3 lead for Glasgow over Monroe County. You're listening to Glasgow football on WCLU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM. Back after this 30-second timeout.
Get in. We're making country great again. Come on.
Whiskey River, take my mind.
Willie 94.1.
You got to have an ace in the hole.
Willie 94.1.
I'm a hard working man.
The Big Willie. It's great country. Willie 94.1.
We're making country great again, and we've got the real trader for you every weekday morning starting at 8. Join me, Mac Daniels, for it right here on Willie 94.1.
Down and 11 coming up for Monroe County with 4:06 to go in the ball game.
Play resumed, second down 11, Falcons.
Four receivers to the left side here. One man wide to the right. Knuckles in shotgun with an empty backfield. Knuckles wants to throw. Rolling out left. Lets it go over the middle of the field. Pass picked off. That's Landon Martin at the 45, at the 50, 45. And he'll go down around the 40-yard line in Monroe County territory.
Nice.
Landon Martin on the interception.
It was just overthrown just a little bit, and Landon had it. He was double covered. He was in the back. He was back of him, and another defender in front, and the ball was just overthrown, and Landon picked it off.
Backfield. 18-yard return on the interception by Landon Martin. That is his first interception of the season. And now Glasgow should be able to salt this game away. 3:56 to play, as long as they don't turn it over, that is.
Yes.
14-3 lead for Glasgow. First and 10, Glasgow at the Monroe 41.
Falcon 41-yard line.
Two receivers each way here. Gum in shotgun. Here comes Martin in motion. Going to give it off to him. That'll go down as a pass play. Jalen turns the corner. Jarrett stays on his feet down the sideline. No, he did not stay in bounds, though. They say he stepped out of the 27, and there is a flag down behind the play. So this is probably coming back.
Oh.
Holding called on the Scotties.
Two nice plays we've had called back. Well, the first
Here,
one was
Gum in.
illegal procedure.
That'll put the ball back in Glasgow territory at the 49.
Can't keep away from the laundry, can we?
First down and 20.
On big plays.
Jathan Franklin, the running back, sets up to the left of Hudson Gum.
First down 22 for the Scotties.
Two receivers each way.
Ball spotted at their own 49-yard line.
First down 20 for Glasgow. Put Martin in motion, give it off to Jathan Franklin. The big man tries to go up the middle with it, and nothing.
Not much.
No gain. It'll be second down and 20.
Yeah, Braden Baxter, tackle number 9.
Cam Bull checking back into the ball game now with just a slight limp.
Yeah, he was limping pretty good over on the sideline trying to run it out. We'll see how he runs here.
He replaced Jalen Bradley. 3:20 to go. Glasgow up 14-3. Second down 20 here for the Scotties. Bull to the right of Gum. Franklin the fullback in this I formation. Here's the give to Bull. Cam going to cross midfield with it to the 47 in Monroe County territory.
Looks like number 21 again on the tackle. That's Adrian Young. That would be 5 for him.
Well, actually, they only give him the 48, so a pickup of 3. Third down 17. Three receivers to the right, one to the left. Bull in the backfield with Gum. Hudson rolling right. Now going to keep it on the option play and get back to the line of scrimmage, I think.
There's number 76 again on the tackle. McKitty, Colin McKitty.
Well, they say, I'm sorry, Larry.
5th tackle for him.
Say lost a yard back to the 49. So fourth down and 18. Monroe County calls a timeout. Monroe just has one left, Bruce, or they have 2 left? Okay. So Monroe County has 2 timeouts left. This timeout brought to you by the People's Bank. 2:23 left to go in this fourth quarter, which is brought to you by Scooters Coffee. Glasgow on top by a score of 14-3. Scotties will obviously punt this ball away when we get back to action. Glasgow trying to hang on here to move to 3-0 on the season. Falcons trying to make a comeback and avoid their first loss of the season.
In the first half, Warren Central 13, Allen County 7.
Cam Bull in to punt it away. Branson Williams back deep with Braden Baxter this time.
Down 18. Good snap.
Good snap here from Hudson Gum. Bull's kick is away. High kick, fair catch called for and made by Braden Baxter at the 15. A nice punt that time by Cam Bull. Punt of 34 yards with no return, but he got it high up into the air and allowed his coverage to get down the field. 2:18 to play now. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. Couple of scores for you. South Warren leads Greenwood 16-13. That game's at halftime. McLean County over Grayson County 12-0 at halftime. Scott County leads Bowling Green 28-21 after 3 quarters of play. Purple's in danger of starting 0-3. Granted, against a very tough schedule. That's Williams in shotgun. He's rolling out to the right. Williams going to let the pass go, and it is caught. A diving catch made by Reese Bartley there along the Monroe County sideline. It'll be a first down for the Falcons. Ball is at the 29-yard line. Pick up of 14 yards.
First down 10, Falcons at their own 29-yard line.
Williams rolling out to the right. Lets it go down the field. It is going to be nearly intercepted. Jeremiah Moore had a chance to bring that in, but could not make the catch. Intended receiver for Monroe County was Bryson Knuckles.
Yeah, overthrown just a little bit. Jeremiah Moore had a beat on it. He just wasn't tall enough to get to it.
Second down 10, 1:41 to play. Now Knuckles back in at quarterback. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the right. Knuckles under heavy pressure, lets it go down the right sideline. It is incomplete. Great coverage that time by the sophomore Cabron Jones. He was step for step with Briar Bork.
Yep, he did. He was right with him, and he turned, looked up, and the ball was coming, and he made a play after the ball, but just couldn't get to it.
Chase? Anything going on down there on the sideline?
I'm awake down here.
We hadn't heard anything from you this half.
Well, I haven't had nothing to say, but Coach Arnett said at the half he didn't want to be like Alabama last week.
Well, he's accomplished that, it looks like. Here's a quarterback draw for Branson Williams, who's back at quarterback now. And he'll run out of bounds over there on the far sideline.
Landon Martin is the man that knocked him out.
But he did say we had to be better on offense at half, and it's been better, but the defense is legit.
Defense has played very, very well through the first 3 ball games. We got a penalty called here on Monroe County. Tries to go left, nothing there. Tries to go back right, nothing there. The Scotties stone him. Don't think he got enough for the first down. And if he didn't, let's see.
Alexander Contreras on that tackle. That's his second of the night. He's been pretty quiet.
Officials are taking a look at it, and they say no, it is not a first down, so Monroe County will turn it over on downs. Glasgow's going to get the football. Scotties can go into victory formation here as head coach Jackson Arnett will get bragging rights with his family for the next year.
And I'm sure he's happy about that.
In case you missed us talking about it earlier, his younger brother Lincoln is the offensive coordinator for the Falcons. Scotty's about to go to 3-0. Falcons going to suffer their first loss of the year and fall to 2-1.
I'm going to say Lincoln don't get a Christmas card this year after this.
You think? Maybe Jackson doesn't get one from Lincoln.
Yeah.
Could be the other way around. Gum under center. Scotties are in victory formation. Hudson takes the snap and takes the knee. Have to do that one more time, and this ball game will be over.
Both teams as coaches are reminded to remain on the field at the conclusion of the game for presentation
Both.
of the most valuable player from both teams.
Tell them. Gum will take the snap and take. Glasgow, I think, has now won maybe 10 in a row over Monroe County. Is that right, Larry?
I don't know. I have not.
I believe that is correct, but
researched that.
I forgot to check on that, but I think that's what I saw. Either way, the Scotties are victorious here tonight as they go to 3-0 on the year. Monroe County will fall to 2-1. And we are back after this 4-minute timeout.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Hardee's Original Bag is back, now with even more full-size sandwiches to choose from. The new spicy chicken sandwich, hot ham and cheese, hand-breaded chicken tender wrap, or charbroiled double cheeseburger. Mix and match any two, with fries and a drink, just $6.99.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
Right now, when you download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards, say good morning to 20% off any breakfast order of $10 or more. Wake up to the fluffy omelet biscuit or a home-style loaded burrito and save. That's goodness in Hardee's country.
At Kuzma Family Dentistry, we specialize in changing smiles and changing lives. If you'd like to experience this wow factor transformation that not only can change your smile, but change your life, give Kuzma Family Dentistry a call at 270-651-2638. Located at 501 West Main Street in Glasgow.
And it all comes down to this moment. There's only one roll left. Let's see what happens. And Michael wins the face-off. He used the old misdirection trick. Well, now that he's eating the roll, let's wait for his reaction. It's good! Do you want a free lunch for two at Colton's? Listen to WHHT between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. during the week for a chance to win.
Back here on the TJ Regional Health postgame show, the Scotties are victorious over the Monroe County Falcons by a final score of 14-3 to go to 3-0 on the year. Falcons falling to 2-1. These final stats brought to you by McDonald's of Glasgow. And we'll turn things over to Larry and Bruce for a look at those stats. Larry?
All right, Joe. For Glasgow would get the football early as they won the opening coin toss, but couldn't really do anything on offense. And Hudson Gum ended up throwing an interception. Reese Bartley would intercept the football, and that would give Monroe County possession at Glasgow's 48-yard line with 10:23 in the first quarter. Monroe moved it down. The Scottish defense stopped them, but they tried at the 15-yard line, but they attempted a 25-yard field goal, which was good by Braden Day Quick, and Monroe County led 3-0 at that point. Glasgow would punt on their next possession. Monroe would lose it on downs. We had a series of turning it over here on punts and downs, but Hudson again would throw another interception, and Bartley would pick it off also. That would set Monroe County up. Good field position, but they had to punt the football back to Glasgow. When they punted that one back, Glasgow would take over on Monroe's 46-yard line with 1:33 to go in the second quarter. They went on an 8-play, 46-yard drive, took 1:32 off the clock. Hudson Gum went over from 3 yards out on, I think it was the fourth down play, and got it in the end zone. Jared Malagon kicked the extra point, and the Scotties led 7-3 at halftime. Monroe would get the football when they came back out in the third quarter. Glasgow's defense again stingy, made them punt. But the Scotties would have to, we traded punts on 3 different possessions here, and then Glasgow went back to punt on their next possession, but Monroe County would fumble the football. Hudson Gum, who is the long snapper, got downfield first and made the recovery for a fumble. That would set Glasgow up on their Monroe's 32-yard line with 4:46 to go in the third quarter. It only took one play to put it in the end zone. One play, 32 yards, only took 7 seconds off the clock. Cam Bull with a 32-yard run for the touchdown. Jared Maligon kicked the extra point, and it was 14-3 in favor of the Scotties, and there was 4:31 to go in the third quarter. We had no scoring the rest of the way as Monroe would lose it on downs 3 times during those last possessions. The Scotties would lose it once, and Landon Martin would intercept a pass on one of Monroe County's possessions, and then Glasgow would have the last one and ran the timeout. So a 14-3 win tonight here for the Scotties. That would that sends that record to 62-27-1 in favor of the Scotties. Defensive stats tonight, a lot of tackles in this game. Caden Giles with 4. Reese Bartley had 3 and had 2 interceptions on the night. Braden Baxter led them in tackles with 9. Jarrett Denton with 1. Caleb Stinson with 2. Eaton Massey with 2. Titan Rich with 1. Briar Bork had 2. Adrian Young with 5 on the night, and the big guy, 250-pounder up front, number 76, had a good night. 6 tackles. Colin McKitty is his name. For the Scotties tonight, Trey Smith would lead the way tonight. We had some nice defensive plays. I had Trace down for 10 tackles, and one of them was a sack of the quarterback. Cabrion Jones had 2 tackles. Travis Collar made a tackle on the kickoff. Jaden Franklin with 1. Cameron Bull had 3. Hudson Gum, no tackles, but he made that big fumble recovery on the fumbled punt. Jake Martin with 4. Grayson Bartley had a nice night with 8 tackles on the night. Landon Martin with 5 and also had a big interception there late. Xander Contreras with 2. Stephen Garrett with 4. Ashton Page had 1. Manny Soto with 1. Jordan Huffman had 3 on the night. And Kevion Massey had 1 tackle on the night for the Scotties. The Scotties winning here tonight 14-3. And go 3-0 on the season.
Hang on, Larry, before we turn it over to Bruce, let me get his mic plugged up here and get the level where it needs to be. All right, Bruce, go ahead.
Thank you, Joe. Let's look at our TJ Regional post-game McDonald's stats. No scoring here in the second half, and the Scotties take this one 14-3. Each team had 9 first downs. Monroe County rushed for 161. They passed for 58 for a total of 219. The Scotties had 163 on the ground, 38 through the air for a total of 201 yards. Each team had 2 turnovers. Monroe fumbled once. They lost it, and they also had an interception. Glasgow did not fumble the ball tonight. We did have 2 interceptions. Penalties, 11 penalties after having 30 last week for both teams. Monroe had 5 penalties for 45 yards. The Scotties 6 for 35. Total offensive plays, Monroe County ran 49, consuming 26 minutes and 46 seconds. The Scotties had 54 offensive plays, using up 21 minutes and 14 seconds of clock time. Individual stats now. Leading rusher for the Falcons tonight was Braden Baxter with 71 yards on 18 carries. He had a long of 30. So the other 17, we held him to 41. Reese Bartley had 50 yards on 9 rushes. He had a long of 32. Bryson Knuckles, 19 yards on 6 rushes. Brian Borg had 1 rush for 15 yards. And Branson Williams, well, he had 3 carries. There were a couple sacks, but it amounted to for 1 yard. Knuckles was 3 of 10 passing for 30 yards and an interception. Branson Williams was 2 of 5 for 28 yards. Bartley was their leading receiver with 26 yards on 2 receptions. He had a long of 14. Bryson Knuckles had 14 yards on one catch. Braden Baxter had 13 yards on one catch. And Brian Bork had one catch for 5 yards. Caden Gerald's punted 3 times for 81 yards. That's a 27-yard average, a long of 44. Individually for the Scotties, Cam Bull goes over 100 yards tonight, 102 yards on 11 carries and a touchdown. Let me see your thing there, Joe. I forgot to write Hudson's rushes. He had 14 for 42 yards and 1 score. Okay, thank you. Hudson Gunn, as I said, our second leading rusher with 42 yards on 14 carries and a touchdown. So both of our scores came via rushing. Jaden Bradley on limited action tonight had 13 yards on 7 carries. Cabron Jones had 6 yards on 3 carries, and Jarek Martin carried it 1 time for 1 yard. Hudson was 5 of 13 tonight, passing for 38 yards. He did throw 2 interceptions. Our leading receiver was Kayshawn Austin with 14 yards on 1 catch. Jeremiah Moore had 10 yards on 1 catch, and that was a big first down catch on that first touchdown drive. It was key in this ball game. Jarek Martin had 5 yards on 2 catches, and Cabron Jones had 4 yards on 1 catch. Cam Bull punts it 5 times tonight for 162 yards. That's a 36-yard average. He has a long of 42. Coach is, I think, trying to make his way up here, Joe.
Yeah, he's headed up this way, so we'll just stay right here. We do have a couple more breaks to get in, but Coach Arnett ought to be up here just any minute now as he is about to head up the steps. But good win tonight here for the Scotties.
I will give my last read. That was your McDonald's stats here on your TJ Regional Health postgame.
That's right. Thank you, sir. Is Coach Arnett about to make his way into the press box right here. And we'll let him get the headsets on and talk to us about this ball game. His ball club winning it 14-3 here over Monroe County. And Jackson, I guess you get family bragging rights for the rest of the year, right?
I guess they outgained us. So
they did, but you got the win. That's what matters, man.
Yeah. It's I'm glad that one's over, to be honest with you. I'm glad that was the last 2 weeks have been emotional.
I bet. Yeah, I bet.
But I heard us on offense some tonight. I mean, our kids play really hard, and our defense is pretty good. That's a good offense.
Yep.
And I mean, that's a gritty win. That's a good gritty win against a really good team. And but we got a lot to work on, a lot to get better.
Really struggled on offense the first quarter, especially, Jackson. I think we had you for maybe 7 or 8 total yards the entire first quarter. Picked it up, though, in that second quarter. What kind of changed for you in that second period where things got a little better?
We started getting to the edge. They started trying to loosen up and take screens away, and we were able to get favorable numbers in the box. I just didn't do a good job calling plays. I didn't get us in good sets against what they were doing. That one's on me, 100%. But they, they played really hard on defense, which we knew they would. But we got numbers in the box and we started hitting some big plays. Campbell played great. You're limited without J-Boy getting all his carries too. He was nicked up. Kind of tried to keep it hid as much as we could, but he didn't get as many carries as he normally would. He wasn't his full self. We played some different guys on the O-line because we had one sick this morning. He didn't play any on the O-line, so we got some things. We got a lot to work on. We got to get ready and go again. Allen's going to be prepared and ready to play. So,
bottom line is you're 3-0, Jackson. I know you're glad about that, certainly. And you said the defense is playing really well for your ball club, and there's no doubt about that. Through the first 3 ball games, you guys are just playing lights out on that side of the football.
We got guys that like to run and hit, and we just got to keep running and hitting. It's hard to – a lot of times teams are scared to throw on us, and that's probably smart. And our defensive line and our linebackers are really playing. They're doing a really good job, staying at home and reading their keys and, defensive player of the game tonight. So you don't see that very often. He came to play now. He really came to play. So
that's Trey Smith you're talking about.
Yeah. Our defensive coordinator, Jack Herron, and Coach Cam, those guys get us ready to play every week. So shout out to them. I mean, they won the game for us tonight. You know, they gave us – and then a big special teams play too. That was a big muff by them there. That was huge. We needed that, and we scored off that, didn't we?
You did.
Yeah, I was going to say we
next
scored.
Play, Campbell got a 32-yard run.
Yeah, so that was huge. And, you know, so they're doing a good job. We just got to keep playing good defense, and we got to keep playing good defense, and we just got to find a way to score the ball more.
Well, like I said, 3-0, Jackson. Great start to your career here as the head coach at Glasgow. Like I said, you get family bragging rights for the next year, so I know you're happy about that, you know. And I had a chance to listen. I just ran across Lincoln's podcast the other day, and I had a chance to listen to you and him on that podcast. That was really fun. You guys were great together.
Gotta listen to the Two Pencils pod.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
it
so
is.
If you ain't listened to it, go listen to Two Pencils podcast. All wherever.
I found it on Spotify is where I found it.
He does a great job. He's good at that.
Yeah. Jackson, congratulations on the win, man. We'll see you next Friday against ACS, okay?
Yes, sir. Go Dogs.
Scotty head coach Jackson Arnett, his ball club winning it by a final score of 14-3 over the Monroe County Falcons. And we'll come back after this timeout and take a look at our player of the game and the play of the game as well. Brought to you by Hardee's. The play of the game is, and the player of the game brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau insurance agent Joe Myers. We'll come back after this 3-minute timeout. You're listening to Glasgow Football on WCLU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
We know there's a big difference between being in a community and being part of the community. That's why here in Glasgow, we cheer on the Scotties. We work hard every day to make a positive impact on the community we call home. Behind our golden arches, we strive daily to serve delicious food and treats. If you could only smell this McDonald's ad, you'd smell how delicious this burger and fries really are. Join our McTeam. To learn how, text KY209 to 38000. Benefits include a sign-on bonus up to $500.
I just did it, but I waited way too long. Trust me, it's about time you left cable TV behind and started saving with MyStream TV from SCRTC. Already have TV with SCRTC and you still have cable boxes and wires everywhere? Talk to SCRTC about MyStream TV and compare it to your current service. The best thing about MyStream TV, you'll save money and get up to 1 gig symmetrical internet. Visit scrtc.com and click on the MyStream TV logo at the top to start saving on cable today.
If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver, and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
Get in. We're making country great again. Come on.
Whiskey River, take my mind.
Willie 94.1.
You got to have an ace in the hole.
Willie 94.1.
I'm a hard working man.
The Big Willie.
Oh, little rock.
It's great country. Willie 94.1.
We're making country great again, and we've got the real trader for you every weekday morning starting at 8. Join me, Mac Daniels, for it right here on Willie 94.1.
Back here on the TJ Regional Health postgame show, Glasgow a 14-3 winner over the Monroe County Falcons. We need to look at our Hardee's play of the game. If you're watching with us on our live stream there on YouTube, you will see that it is a 3-yard touchdown run by Hudson Gump. Scrambled around a bit, started off headed to the right side, and then didn't find any running room, and then reversed course, got into the end zone, just did touch the pylon with a football there before he went out of bounds. And that was Glasgow's first score of the night, and that is our Hardy's play of the game there from Hudson Gum. Now the time to take a look at our player of the game, brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Joe Myers. And we are going defense tonight. You heard Coach Arnett talking about Trace Smith. Trace, we had him with 10 tackles on the night and a sack as well. I think up here in the press box, the PA guy, Jerry Ream, had him with 12 tackles. But either way, it was a heck of a night, double digits, no matter how you look at it. And of course, they'll get the official stats for Trace on the case display here in the next day or two. But an outstanding game for Trace Smith. By our count, 10 tackles and a sack, and he is our Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance Player of the Game, brought to you by Agent Joe Myers. We need to get our final break in here on the TJ Regional Health postgame show. We'll come back and wrap things up here from Glasgow High School. 14-3, Glasgow defeats Monroe County. Back after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to WCLU Blue, 103.1 FM and 1490 AM. Quarterback here in Wildcat formation. He takes the snap and he goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Scotties! Backs are split. Going to give it off to the second man through, and boy, the Scotties meet him right at the line of scrimmage and driving backwards. I think that's Jordan Harris who got the carry, but let me make sure it is. Harrison shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side. He's rolling to the near side. Under pressure, gets away from it. Now under more pressure, and he is going to be taken down. Gum has the snap. Pitches it out to Bradley on a quick pitch, trying to get to the corner. He does. He has got the 15, the 10, still on his feet, inside the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Scotties!
Yes!
And the Scotties take the knee, and that will do it. So Barron County still has not defeated Glasgow 2 consecutive years. They were going for that tonight. At Glasgow High School on the TJ Regional Health postgame show. We need to wrap things up, but before we do that, let's remind you that our next broadcast will be 1 week from tonight as the Scotties travel to Scottsville to take on Allen County, Scottsville. It is a 7 o'clock kickoff there at ACS, and our broadcast will begin with the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show at 6:30 here on WCLU Blue and on our live stream as well. Let's check the final scores one more time, or maybe not all final, but let's check some scores for you one more time before we leave the air here. We have Scott County has defeated Bowling Green 35-28. So the Purples, against a very tough schedule, albeit, but now 0-3 to start the season. Hart County defeats Caverna 62-14. Warren Central was leading Allen County Scottsville at halftime 12-7 in that one. McCreary County beat Clinton County 34-20. That is a final score. And that looks like that's all we have right now. So we will wrap things up here from Hank Roy Stadium. Again, for the crew that helped us out here tonight, we had Jimmy Pruitt on the camera. We had Reed Hoffman as a production assistant. Of course, Will Perkins, our video producer here on location. And then back at the studio on the board, we had Mr. Jake Kessler. We appreciate everybody's hard work. Of course, my broadcast partners here tonight were Bruce Tribune and Larry Alexander. Once again, your final score: Glasgow 14, Monroe County 3. Scotty's now 3-0 on the year. Falcons fall to 2-1. I'm Joe Myers. Thanks for listening, everybody.